FIFA
sports
that
event
got me
other than like
started.
the Olympics will ever be as good.
Like I was playing what was it, FIFA 15 or something like that, and I was like,
FIFA 15 was a
gem.
That was actually a video game.
It was a gem.
That was a genuine video game.
That whole had me addicted for like a whole summer. I was like, I want to watch soccer.
My name is Adedina.
I'm Melvin Yagaku.
And we are Cream Chelsea Rules Everything Around Me. Before we get to the fun, they say, you have to eat your vegetables before you eat dessert, I am welcomed here by Malik Busari. Finally, after how many weeks, he's finally come to show his face. Mm-hmm. And, I'm also welcomed by, the best writer in Denton, maybe the best writer in Texas. He posted a memoir. All of a sudden, my TL was kind of shaky, bro. Like I couldn't even refresh it. It was hard to refresh, bro.
Broke the internet.
Oh my, no, dead ass broke the internet. So Elisha, he is here also. Let's have some things we want to talk about. So I guess I can ask you, what was your motivation on making the memoir, and necessarily, your feelings about even writing it in general?
Let me think. Well, I don't know. Like I had, like the memoir says, like I'd gone through this like huge, like transformative period in my life, mm-hmm. and so like I don't know. It's just like the natural thing to do. Like I always just write about what's going on in my life. So I just sat down at the laptop. I wrote it, and I got kind of addicted to writing it, and I was like, let me go do some rewrites. It was like just a little journal entry, and it kept going. And like 5 drafts later, I was like, wait a minute, like I might have something here. Yeah. And so then I was like, well, I want to show people this, because I feel like, when I was shopping around with my friends, like they were like, wow, this is really, it's really relatable, and it like, it's helpful and all that good stuff. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I want a place to like put this. So then I made a website with my friend Fiona, and yeah, we just put the article up there. That's how it happened.
Well, you sent it to me like 2 weeks ago, somewhere. Yeah. So before you released it, and I was like, I didn't know what it was. So when I was reading, I was like, wait, this is like really great. And I remember I told you, I was like, don't be afraid to maybe make it longer. Yeah. I wouldn't, because I felt like if anything, it was missing more, because I wanted more myself. Mm-hmm. And I know Melvin really liked it.
Yeah, I liked it a lot, because I related to it, and some aspects of like, I remember how you were talking about you making the decision of like whenever you, I guess, dropped out of school the first time. Mm-hmm. And to me, I kind of related to that, because I was like, wow. So you get to this phase where you don't know exactly what's going to happen next in your life, but you just kind of took that big step, and that's what I related to.
No, appreciate that, man.
Nah, I mean, like, me, it's hard. It's hard to be motivated sometimes, especially, like, as a creative also, we're both trying to do film. It's kind of hard because, like, we're, like, taking, like, Spanish 4. I want to make movies, like,
dude. Yes,
bro. Like, I'm legit like struggling through like another language for the sake of just a degree that I feel like I necessarily don't need. So it's kind of hard to be motivated through all of that. And I know, like, I mean, you're an engineering major. Mm-hmm. I forget what you're something book related. I forget what yours is all the time. Kinesiology. Something book related. Okay, at least
I know there's books in it.
Like all of it.
Because it's at least something you can show. Like you can show your parents, like, hey, I'm doing kinesiology. Yeah. Like when we say, oh, I'm doing film, like, well, what do you want to do with it? I don't know.
I don't know. Film? Time, bro.
Make film.
I don't know. Like, God, it's really annoying. But I mean, like, you did kinesiology. I mean, you went to A&M, so I was already a hard school enough. I mean, how did you have to stay like motivated through all of that?
I mean, it was always a thing for me to just find something and hold on to something that I really enjoyed. And for me, as everyone, like anybody who knows me knows, that was traveling. Like. Literally, it would be from Monday to Friday. It'd just be books. Like I'd be studying in the library, doing what I gotta do, and then as soon as like Friday afternoon hit, I'd pick a destination.
No, do us in Lubbock, Denton, Houston. Like no, there's so many people that used to ask me. They'll see like Malik and UNC. They'll be like, "Does Malik go here?" I'm like, "No, he goes to A&M."
People legit for the longest time didn't know where I attended university. They were like, "So do you go to Tech? Do you go to UNT? Do you like where do you go to school?"
I go everywhere.
I need
but like, are you sponsored by Shell or like Chevron?
No, Malik, I need your what is it called, the air miles or whatever.
No, because like first of all, like Lubbock from A&M is not close. Like
it's not.
6.5 hours.
It's
Christ.
long.
Yeah, it's 6.5 hours.
I've been to.
So
like,
imagine Houston from.
I've made the Houston to Lubbock drive. Like
That's crazy. Isn't that
Are you
8
crazy?
hours?
It's 8 hours. Yeah. Like I don't know. I like.
That's
road
gotta take
tripping.
a lot of
I
getting
like
used
road
to.
tripping. It does get a lot.
You don't
used
get
to.
tired when you're in the car. Like
I mean, I don't know. I think the hardest part about a road trip is always the drive back, because I feel like the drive there, the anticipation of like, all the fun.
I would say for me the drive there is
always
the
hard
hardest.
for me. Yeah.
Really?
Because like a lot of times, like especially the first time, because you don't know how long it really is.
Yeah.
And then the way back, you're like, okay, like you're seeing like
You already been
things,
there.
like,
Yeah.
Okay, so like this far
yeah.
away, this far away.
Well, okay,
That's-
I can
that's
see
exactly
that.
how
I can
it
see
is,
that.
yeah.
I can
And
see
the
that.
ride
For
back's
me,
like a
though,
cool down, you know?
Yeah, I can see
Like
that.
especially like
I
I'll be
can see
driving
that.
to Houston from Denton, like it's like a 4-hour drive, you know, 3 hours 45 minutes, you know, if you're really pushing that hook. And
3
going.
hours for you. This dude be racing the GPS.
Oh,
Okay, but if anybody from Houston, we see the GPS and we're like 20 minutes. Alright. Like, are you, like, but like going to Houston itself is like, damn, I'll be like, bro, I don't even want to go. Like, it's such a long drive. On the way back, I'd be cooling, listen to a podcast.
But that just kind of sounds like you just don't want to go to Houston and you ready to come back to Denton.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Hey, you call me
So,
red-handed.
So that's the thing. Like, I would always dread coming back to College Station.
Mm-hmm.
Like, College Station was just like one of the shittiest cities to go for a black person. One of the shittiest cities to go to school. Like,
Facts,
there
right
was
up there with
literally
Nacogdoches.
nothing there.
I think Nacogdoches is worse.
By far.
It probably is. I've never
nowhere.
I've never been. So,
I feel like at least the white people in College Station can sometimes be afraid to say the word nigga in front of you.
Damn.
People in Nacogdoches use that shit like a nickname. Alright, nigga, how you doing?
Oh fuck! Oh my god, that's crazy.
Wow.
Damn,
I knew you, man.
that's
I mean, you would know.
Don't
you
go
went
there.
to
Don't
SFA
go
for
there.
like 1 year,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, 1 year.
Yeah.
Don't go there.
How was
mean,
it? SFA?
Jesus
How was
Christ.
SFA? It was dream crushing. No, it was it actually was, but
I'm so dead. What the hell?
yeah, bro. SFA was I don't know, it was super small minded, but
Yeah.
like they had a film program there. So like when I was like 18, like I was like I don't know where to go, and
Yeah.
UT didn't let me in, so I was like I'm going to SFA, and then I went. And I had this older professor who was like, you know, he had like made films his whole life. He was like 75 or something like that. And I had this honors program to where like I had to do something specific every semester.
Yeah.
So
you
the
gotta
first
take at least,
semester,
like one class. each
yeah,
semester.
it's like so the first semester I wrote a feature length screenplay. It was like 80
Wow.
pages. Yeah.
That's really hard.
So that was like the first thing I did, and that was good. Or it wasn't. I mean, you know, relatively good for like a kid that doesn't know anything.
Yeah.
And then next semester I made like an art film by myself that I've only showed a few people, and I really loved it. But the thing is, he was like, he didn't get it. Like he was like, you know, where's the story? And are you trying to say like the town is racist? And I was like,
Yeah.
but like he had grown up there, so he wasn't hearing that shit. And like he's like, this
Was
is
he white?
awful. Yeah, he's an
white.
old white man. He's like, this is awful. And that shit crushed me. So I fucked around and went to fucking business school for 2 years.
Where'd you go to business school? I think
I went to UH.
Oh, okay.
UH. Oh, yeah.
Never again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Fucking
Terrible
wild
decision.
trajectory. Then one night I was in the computer lab after 2 years of being in business school. And like the thing is, like I was like, this was like probably the first sign that I shouldn't have been going to school. But it was like I was good at it, but like I was fucking depressed. Like I would like not
So
get out of bed.
Was that like your lowest point?
Probably. And then like one night in the computer lab, as I'm signing up for the next round of business classes, I was probably gonna finish pretty soon, like a semester and a half or some shit like that, or a year and a half. And I was like, fucking, I'm going to UNT. So 3 colleges, 2 majors, and then I dropped out.
And so once you like got to your like lowest absolute point, what like kind of what made you like feel like, okay, this is the next step I need to take to like start going up again?
Oh shit! You know what? That wasn't even the lowest point. Actually, my semester at UNT, while it was great, was actually probably the very lowest point.
Wow.
I don't really want to talk about that one, but like literally is like, it's like where the article begins. Like I just got to the point where I was like, I just need to get rid of everything. Like I need to like clean house, cause like right now. It's like real, like I'm like heading for like the earth like a meteor, like type shit. And so yeah, just clean house.
And so is that when you decided to like start going to therapy and stuff?
No, I started going to therapy in the middle of the bullshit. And so like at UNT, like, you know, CAPS or whatever, that's when I started, and that shit just like got my brain going, like thinking about a whole different set of things, you know.
I would say I started going to therapy late July, and honestly, I would recommend it to everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody,
Please
bro,
go.
because you think, all right, you know, I'm just going through. No, like they will just whoever you're dealing with, like, will just say something and they'll trigger you, and all of a sudden you're like, so this is why, this is why, and like you'll just start spewing things out, and every time I've been to therapy, life has gotten so much better for me, so much better, because like it also keeps you focused, because you also talk about like, your own mistakes. It's not just about like, oh, the world's being my ass. Also like you yourself, you're being your own ass. So like all of that's like a realization that you go through when you start going to therapy. So I really recommend it to everybody. And I know like and that probably fed into like, you know, do I really need to be going to school right now, or even if I am going to school, is it worth like my mental health right now?
Yeah, and like what I think it was like just like that semester off taught me, because like you said, like as creatives, like we have to take like Spanish 4 and shit like that. And so it hit me like, you know, when I was outside of, you know, that space, and I made the short film called The Fergoli Project.
You didn't make that.
I fucking wrote it. That's what I meant.
It.
Yeah, I didn't make it. Okay, fine.
Don't
but
put it on your IMDb.
Look, hey, relax. Okay, relax. No, the script was good though.
Yeah, you wrote it. Yeah.
Okay. he did not like the finished product.
Everything else was not you. And
that's true. That's true. Yeah. But that was a lesson in itself. Like it was like learning to like have to let other people like take shit away from you, and like just being like, okay, like I'm gonna have to like trust the process. That shit was hard, but it got me out of my little bubble. But I did that, and then I made like I directed a music video that's gonna come out soon, and like just worked on a whole bunch of different shit and went to a bunch of different places and stuff like that. And it was like at the end of it, I was kind of like, huh. So, you know, I've grown so much as a person now. I've done more than I ever did in school. Yeah. So now it's like, what? And I did sign up for classes again. Like I signed up for Spanish 3, ironically. But like, you know, like I signed up for class and everything. I was like, nah, man, you're playing it scared. You know better. Like you do more outside of you. So like, you know, there was like the whole like, well, I guess I can go back now and everything's gonna be okay. It's like, nah, you're gonna have to like stick to the trailblazer, man. So that's what I did.
Hey, man, as long as you're happy.
So what? I mean, I asked you already, like outside of the podcast, but what is your general plan moving forward? Because I'm like, it could be like a testament to, you know, whoever is like, well, I'm a creative, and I don't feel like, I mean, I'm paying all this money in college, and I feel like I would want to do something else outside the college and not just have to like pay $6,000 a semester. What's your plan right now?
Like financially or just like creatively?
I mean, all of the above.
Oh man, make sure. But if you're thinking about taking the semester off, handle up on your loans. I got a little lucky, but it's like, you know, you gotta like that shit has so many like stipulations to it. It's fucking crazy, bro. But yeah, just, you know, getting rid of those. I thankfully don't have as much as I would, and also just like creatively, like, you know, I'm working on a feature right now, working on getting my first one done, and shooting a scene a week. You know, once my roommate Malik, you know, he gets his camera, we're gonna be just doing every week, just like writing a scene, shooting it, and just like getting better every week. So that's gonna be my film school, and watching movies all the time.
Hey, I mean, it writes itself. I mean,
that's live.
Nah, because I mean, even me, like right now, it's hard because I be at my therapist. I'm like, yeah, like I wrote out my goals. I'm like, I want to be on the dean's list, you know. And it's kind of like, it's not really for me. Like if I get good grades, it's like, all right, that's cool, you know. But like even like me, I don't have like a personal vindication to just be like great at school. Because I remember asking my mom like, if I got a job to be in Hollywood right now that would pay me $1 million, like I'll be a millionaire and I'll be doing what I want to do, would you still want me to go back to school? She said yes. And I was confused by that because I'm like, what would school be offering me at that point when I'm already in the industry and I'm already doing what I want to do?
It's just, you know, for them, it's just more of like pride. They're happy that their son has this achievement.
Honestly,
that's what it is. Like I was talking to one of my close friends a while back, and like the conversation just kind of like spiraled. But really, like the main point was that growing up, we weren't really given the choice to fail. Like we were always scared to fail. Like success was the only option, and so like we were always pushed to be in what our parents looked as like the successful majors or whatever, like, you know, being a doctor, engineer, all that. But we were never really given the chance to explore and figure out what we actually wanted to do, what we actually enjoy. So like you doing that, man, that's big. Like, I'm not gonna. I wish really I could do that. Like I feel like I'm so deeply. Like, I know it's a problem, but I'm just too deeply rooted. Like, it's just too ingrained in me to not want to fail at anything, that I'm just going to go ahead and stick to, like, the safe route and just do that. You know what I'm saying?
And that's
but
what,
I understand. For my kids, I'm going to give them that chance.
No,
like,
for sure.
I'm going to let my kids...
Hey, go play soccer. Hey,
no,
see what Neymar never doing, bro.
Do what you want to do. Like, I'll support you through all of that. But as long as, like, you do it diligently, and if you fail, like, fail diligently. You know, like, make sure it's that you put all your effort into it, and you figure out that, okay, this is not what I want to do, and that's not what you want to do, and that's fine. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, bro, kudos to you. Like, hats off. Like, for real. That's
and you learn the most when you fail, if anything.
Literally.
No,
yeah,
and
literally.
like even like making it's like remember when we were talking about Into the Spider-Verse, that scene where like he jumps off the wall but like he's still holding on to the glass.
Yeah,
and that's why
like,
the glass comes off.
Yeah, and like, dude, and that's it. Like
that's
a big
scene, bro. No,
because it's like he forced himself to jump out, but like you knew he was still scared. Like he wasn't fully 100%.
And
bro.
People were like, Richie, I'm like, no, that was literally
it's a message, bro. It's a message.
And then like even when like he's falling, and like when you're actually watching it, it looks like he's like looking up.
He's falling up, he's
but
falling
that's
down.
he's kind of ascending.
Oh my god.
He's terrible.
Me and Melvin watched it together. I remember after I was like,
bro,
it was really good. Like,
no, that movie was fantastic.
No, fantastic.
Like,
my only problem is that it's predictable, but like, I don't care.
Yeah. I mean,
it's
I was captivated from the start to the end. I was captivated.
Yeah, a lot of superhero movies are kind of predictable.
I mean, but this was like, I was like, well, because like I read the comics, like I was like, I know the problem is his uncle. Like I was like, let's just get to the reveal.
Yeah.
But other than,
I don't think when we went to see it, we had that much expectation of it.
Okay, so my boss sent me a screening for it, and I made up a excuse. I was like, nah, I can't make it. And then like the few days after, the reviews like, hey, it's a pretty good movie. I was like, okay, I get it back. He was like, nah, I already get it out. And yeah, and I was so mad because oh my god, it was so great.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, wait. I want to change something I said earlier because I just realized something. The motivation to write this shit actually started when we went to go see Last Black Man in San Francisco. Because I was like, after that, like I wanted to like write a whole essay about that movie.
I remember.
And then I was like it didn't happen. Like I tried doing, like I just never got around to it. And I was like, I don't know, for some reason like writing essays just seemed like really attractive because of that movie. Because like what I got out of it.
Yeah.
And the other thing I want to say is, like I completely like feel what you're saying, like as far as like that deep program to like not fail, because that's why like in the beginning like I had such a fat fucking anxiety attack.
Yeah,
it's like, bro, like I just broke like my whole program.
Literally took the computer,
like it smashed, like I fried.
I mean, speaking on like, you know, not wanting to fail and all that, my mom was telling me how my cousin, my little cousin, he's taking like 19 classes right now, and he's like 11 years old in Nigeria, and and then they were making fun like, oh yeah, he failed a class, and I'm like, and that's the problem with like, and you know, a lot of like Nigerian people come here, a lot of people from Africa, they come here, so I'm like, oh, you know, there's a big opportunity here, but they think academics is a lot more better than Nigeria. I'm like, well, obviously, people are gonna pass when you're getting threatened to get beaten every morning.
Yeah.
Like, imagine if you have 19 classes, homework in every single one, or something to do.
Yeah.
Even in 10 of them, and you don't do one, and you know you already have the stress of like, damn, they're gonna beat me when I go to school.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, you're going to try to do your best, and it feels like a lot of people don't even like want to do best for themselves, because there's always like, even like now, there's always like, oh my god, I did this, I did that, and like my feel, but it's like, do you really want it? Like, do you really care for it? Because like, I'm not gonna lie, if by the time you get to med school, you better be serious at that point. Because a lot of people I know came in freshman year biochem majors.
I was one of them.
Exactly.
I was one of them.
And by sophomore year, you're either biochem or you just you're doing like psychology. I'm like, that's not what you came in here for. So like, did you really want it? I don't care how hard your classes are. When I'm doing a short film, I have to do producing, I have to do all of this, and it's hard, it's tough, but you got. I mean, if it's what you love, you'll do it. You'll do whatever you need to do. So like, I just want people to make sure like you're doing what you want to do.
Yeah, man.
Because
And you know,
even
like
if it's hard itself, like it's not gonna seem like it's a lot of work because you actually love what you're doing.
Melvin's over here struggling with this engineering classes. I've seen their homework.
Dude.
One question's a page long. They have like 10 pages.
Bro,
But you know,
each day.
No, that's why I say we need to invite Shooks because like it gets to a point where you start talking to yourself.
Jesus.
like you get crazy. Like it gets that bad, but I mean.
But you know what, like, I feel like one of, like, the harder things to do is, even more so than, like, doing something you don't love, is, like, admitting that, like, you don't love it. Because that shit is hard to do. Because, like, bro, like, when I tell you, bro, like, I was in business school, and it was, like, dude, I was, like, good at it. Like, motherfuckers would be, like, you know, like, the weed out classes. I'd be like, I could be in that. Like, it's just, like, but it's, like, I couldn't admit to myself, I was like, oh, no, bro, I like business. Business is cool. Like, you fucking don't. Fucking hate it. Like, it's hard, bro.
Bro, no, like that's big. That's big for me, and I relate to that. Like, oh my god, like that was because so I graduated with a degree in kinesiology. Right, that's not even what I want. Like, I don't.
What would you want to do?
I don't. If I could really go back, I would have probably done psychology because I minored in psychology and I really love psychology and I'm really interested in the human psyche. Like that, like all that shit interests me. Like I love it so much.
Never too late.
And people say that.
It's easy to say that.
Yeah, people say that. But like, so I graduated with the degree in kinesiology, and I was in a huge funk after I graduated. Like, I was postgrad depression hit hard. I didn't have a job for like the first 2 months after I graduated. I was at home, you know, and it's really hard to not compare yourself because all your friends graduate with offers. Like, they all have their own place. I'm living with my mom, don't have a job, like, you know, waking up every day, like, that shit was tough. Like, I legit didn't want to get out of bed. And my mom didn't make it easier because she'd always bring up the fact that my mates are always doing something, you know what I'm saying? It's just how Africans are, it's just how they handle things. But then I got a job at a PT clinic, you know, and I was like, okay, bet. Got a job at PT clinic, started working there, and, you know, I'm learning everything daily. Like, I'm learning new things every day, and I'm like, okay, you know, this really isn't that bad. Like, I could really do this. I could really apply to PT school. So like, I'm, you know, getting all my recommendation letters. I'm like applying online. About to send out all my applications. You know, getting everything in order. And like after 4 months of working at the PT clinic, like I just kind of hit like a plateau. Like it was just like, okay, like, what else? Like after this, like, is this all that I can really get from this? Like, this isn't what I imagined. Like, I can't see myself doing this every day. Like, this isn't. But I was so scared to tell anyone that. Like, I didn't. Like, after that point, I just, like, all my application processes stopped. Like, I didn't apply. Like, I stopped applying. Like, people would ask me. Like, my best friend from high school, she's in PT school. She just graduated. I mean, she got in, obviously, before I did. So she was like, you know, whatever help you need. Like, she was really helpful. But like, I was so scared to tell her that I wasn't applying anymore because I just felt like I would be disappointing her, and disappointing myself even. Yeah, I feel you. You know what I'm saying? Because like, I put in all this effort and then it's just like, I just up and just quit. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that was the toughest part. Like, everyone would ask me, like, okay, so like, how the application process is going, like, you know, what schools are you looking at? Like, even my bosses at work, they're like, yeah, like, you're gonna really love PT school, like, talking to me about it every day. But in the back of my mind, like, I know I'm not going. Like, I know this isn't for me. I'm not gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just couldn't, like, come out and say it. Like, I couldn't admit it. That was the toughest part. So I ended up working there for a whole year. Like, I had 8 months where I knew I wasn't, like, I just knew that wasn't the place for me, but I stuck with it because I was just too scared to admit to myself that that's just not what I wanted, you know. But eventually, I mean, it took me 8 months, but eventually I just kind of, like, you know, I told my bosses that I can't work here anymore. I put in my 2 weeks, and you know, whenever people ask me, I was just like, yeah, like, PT school just isn't for me, so I'm just not going anymore. Like, I can say that now, but it was hard. It was hard. So like when you said that, like I relate to that big. Oh my god.
So what would you want to do now? Like going forward, what would you want to do?
Right now, I have no idea. Still haven't figured it out. But
that's okay.
What I am doing though, because I know I need a job. Like I can't live without having a job. I'm working on. I think I told you. Remember you picked me up that time, and I was on the call.
Yeah.
So I'm working on this IT auditing
Oh,
course.
yep. My mom does something like that.
So I'm trying to get that in order, and then once I get that in order, like that's gonna.
You said it's an IT what?
Auditing. So just like auditing information systems, like if.
So you would travel.
Kind of, sort of. So like if Wells Fargo had like a system crash and then they fixed it, like I would go in and make sure that what they fixed is implemented correctly and it never happened again.
So do you do this like through certification online, or how do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
And also Forex, right?
And I also trade.
Hey, tap in, did it?
How is it for real though? Like, because I keep seeing everybody with this Forex, whatever. Like,
how is what?
So
what are you asking?
Tell me about it. If you're gonna tell, like, if I was interested.
So if you were interested,
yeah.
Okay, yeah. So basically, what I do, right, is I'm in iMarkets Live. It's a website. It's a marketing website, right? A lot of people think it's a pyramid scheme, and I can't blame them why they think that. But what it is we implement iMarkets Live for leaders, right? So like if you like people like Shelm. Shelm is amazing at talking to people. So he's like the perfect candidate for iMarkets Live. Like he recruits people like in his sleep. He can do that just like, you know what I'm saying? So he recruits people to Trade House, right? And he gets benefits for doing so. And I think people look at that and they're like, oh, well, I'm not so good at recruiting people. Like, that's really hard. I just can't do that. But that's not really, like, the main focus is trading. That's just like, that's just the route that we take. Like once you get the iMarkets Live situated, you don't have to lead. Like you don't have to recruit people. You can just focus on trading. And trading is big. Like I've made so much money off trading. It's ridiculous. I made $900 yesterday. $900. I don't.
What's
like,
the catch?
Tap in.
Tap in. Like I don't.
Hey, DM me.
And I don't say that to flex because I hate flexing. I don't like.
No, it's because
it's
really
because
it's really because like a lot of people will see it and they'll be like, "What's the catch?"
Yeah.
And so
there is no catch.
I mean, what I would say is, I guess what I was going to say was, it's the way certain people talk about it that it's like, I mean, the perfect tweet was, I think it was Emmanuel. He said, I wouldn't mind trading Forex. I just don't want it to make me a cornball, because some people, like, that's all they talk about now.
Yeah.
And like it's very like overwhelming. It's like, look at this. You're still doing this. You're still doing your 9 to 5, blah blah. And I'm just like,
and I can see why, because I after learning a lot of this shit, I felt so fucking intelligent. Like I felt smart as shit. No, I like literally, because I'd hear people talk about
so where'd you learn from
and indices and all these other.
You're like, what are y'all talking about?
Yeah, and literally all of it would go over my head, and I'd just be like, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
I heard about that.
You just see the charts and you're like, oh
yeah,
it's
going up,
you know what I'm saying? What's the emoji? The stock emoji?
So literally, like I'd hear people talk about all that shit, and I wouldn't get any of it, and I'd just be like, fuck, like okay, like deep down, like, all right, well, cool. But like after being in it for such a long time and just paying attention, like you understand a lot more. You understand why currencies are going up and down. Like you see the differences. You see what pairs are moving, like in opposites or in unison.
Sounds like a lot of English.
It's not though. That's the craziest part. I've only been in it this is my second month.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, literally. Like it's kind of liberating. It's kind of liberating, and I'm enjoying trading. It's actually really fun. I'm an adrenaline junkie, so kind of sort of. So like, I enjoy when I'm in the reds and losing money, and then it bounces back up.
Oh my god,
that's what I want to know. What is?
He's like this guy.
I'm dead.
Yeah.
Except he really didn't lose money.
At all.
What's the biggest you've earned. What's the largest you've lost?
Largest I've lost in a single trade.
I don't know how this works.
It's because so you could enter multiple trades, like multiple positions.
Yeah.
I'll say the largest I've lost in one single trade was $630-something. It sounds like a lot of money.
Nigga, the rent, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like people hear that, be like, "Fuck, dude! Like, dude, $600? What the fuck?" Like,
that exact reaction,
bro. But the thing is, like, and then you make $900.
Mm-hmm. Is that the most you've made?
That's what I'm
See, that's my problem. I start panicking because I'm like, I don't want to lose this
and
money.
And it teaches you patience too. It teaches you patience too because you could hop in a trade, right? And you might think, okay, the trade's gonna go blue anytime. Like it's bet. They said it's gonna go blue. It's gonna go blue.
Who's
and
they?
then you hop in. It's the signal callers. So they're
okay.
specialized signal callers who specialize in like a single pair. So like Shay now he specializes in CJ, which is Canadian dollars and Japanese yen, right? And he'll make a call like, okay, sell CJ at whatever. This is the stop loss. This is the take profit point, whatever, right? And so you hop in the trade and you're waiting, and it reverses the other way, right? It's going red. So to like a beginner, that's like that's a red sign. It's just like, oh my god, it's losing money. And so they start, tripping and freaking out, and they're texting people, texting Shay like, oh, is this a good trade? Like it's going red. Da da da. You sure it's good? Are you sure it's good? And it's just like that was how I was at first. Okay, when I started, I threw $250 into it and lost all $250 because I was scared. Because I'd hop in a trade and I'd be like, okay, it's red. I better hop out now so it doesn't get more red. But the market, like, once you analyze the market and you know how the market moves, like, yeah, there are going to be certain points where it pulls back in the opposite direction, but it's ultimately going to go back up.
Open the door.
You know what I'm saying? So, people are really scared when it's red, and they're just like, oh my god, I'm gonna hop out now so it doesn't get, and then you lose the money. Then that's the thing people don't understand. Like once you hop out of a trade, that money is lost.
Yeah.
Like if you're still in the trade, yeah, you could be in the red big time, but as soon as it reverses, you never lost the money, and now you're gaining that money back. You know what I'm saying? So it teaches you patience. Like it teaches you to be patient. Just don't. It's not a microwave opportunity. You're not gonna get it back in like 10 minutes. Sometimes you have to hold a trade for days, before you see any profit. Which is fine.
So where are you looking to go with this? Do you want to buy like Men United shares?
That'd be freaking fantastic. You like LeBron with Liverpool? That'd be awesome. No, it's just to make money. If it gets bigger, I don't know. If somehow I'm making like a lot of money from it, then maybe real estate.
I mean, you can pull a Bane from.
That is true. Yeah.
You can pull a Bane from the Dark Knight Rises, where he just ran into the stock market.
Could also do that, But yeah, I haven't really thought that far ahead. Right now, it's really just a trade at a time.
Okay. Well, I guess we get to the fun now. Thank you, Elisha, for coming.
Thank you
Means a
for having
lot. Unfortunately, we have some business to get to.
Reasonably.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Elisha.
I mean, you can chill. You can sit on the bed, do whatever. I know you say. Okay, that's fine. Excuse me, sir. Please, can you sit down?
Excuse me, sir. Can you pass me my flamethrower?
Please adjust the mic exactly where you need it to be. Whatever you need. I don't want to hear the excuses.
We've been called here to be laughed at.
We're all,
This guy's a hoe.
everyone said the same joke, just so you know.
I mean, I didn't.
You're not original.
I didn't hear it.
Guy was like, got one for him. Like, fuck out of here. What are you talking about?
I'm dead.
I'll let y'all go first. I don't know which one of y'all wants to go first.
Who wants to vent first?
Was it match week 3 and we're all level on points? There's nothing to talk
We're
about.
level on points and supposedly y'all were supposed to win the league.
And Chelsea was just supposed to be, so bad. We're all, top points.
Match week 3 though.
I'm so confused.
He's saying they were gonna win the league.
He said United was gonna win the league?
No. He said...
Tottenham was...
Okay, so you're those questions...
We never got to...
We never got to me.
I'm just... Flakes,
I'm hoping... I can't even say what you... you can't even backtrack because I don't even know what you're going to say. Okay. Where is United going to end up by this
backtrack? No. Ask him what his expectations
that's what
were.
That's what I
said. Top four would have been perfectly fine for me. Looking at the current United team,
would have been fine.
Yeah, looking at the current United team,
that would have been amazing. That would have been incredible.
Incredible.
Yeah.
So you said top 4.
Top 4.
Why do you think top 4?
What do you mean? Why do I think?
That's over Tottenham. That's over Chelsea. That's over Arsenal. Why do you think top 4? Oh, sorry. That's over.
Who do you have in the top 4?
Yeah, sorry.
I mean, Liverpool, City.
Yeah, Liverpool winning.
Liverpool winning.
He doesn't have Liverpool. I have Liverpool winning.
I have City winning.
I had Liverpool. I had Liverpool at 4th.
Wait.
I think there's gonna be a drop off, and I don't think.
No, I can see a drop off.
I was talking to my friend Bob, who's a huge Liverpool supporter.
Mm-hmm.
I
agree with you.
I'm like, in Premier League, you don't go 2 seasons without a major injury. It's impossible. So they're due for one.
This year alone, they're
due for one.
Probably played over 50 games. They're due.
They're 3 majors.
That's why I say not that big of a drop off. Because you gotta look at
the only reason I feel like they probably will sneak into 3rd is because I can't trust Arsenal. But I have Arsenal. I have Arsenal having a better season than Liverpool this year. I mean, Arsenal looks good.
Are they playing good? Are they playing good?
They're gonna if they warm up to it and they just stay consistent.
What it is.
But they have
no
great
consistency when you have David Luiz as your center back. Zero consistency.
He's better than both of the guys y'all got.
Huh?
He's better than both the guys.
No,
better than Rudiger.
I'm talking about Christensen and Zuma.
Oh,
easily level.
He's better than Zuma right now.
I don't think
he's better than both of them.
I don't think
Christensen is mistake prone.
The mistakes that David Luiz makes.
Bro, the thing is though, David
Luiz. But does he bring what David Luiz brings?
That's what it is. David Luiz brings more to the table.
Did you see
because of his passing,
offensive,
exactly.
But
defensively,
did we see what
his job basically?
Did we see what Zuma did last week
against Norwich?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Against
Pookie.
Nothing was going through him.
Fuck out of here.
Nothing was going through him at all. Like he was shutting it.
I would expect that against Pookie.
I mean, he has. He's tied for most goal contributions.
I don't even know.
He's tied for most goal contributions.
You guys going on?
Bro, what the?
He had like 29 goals.
Hey, my guy's gonna be irrelevant by December.
Hopefully not.
The next 2 games, he's not gonna be scoring.
Remember that Spanish striker that played for
Torres?
Swansea?
Was it
Michu?
I heard about that.
There's always that guy. It was Gabbiadini for Southampton. Michu, Andy Carroll had a year like that.
Ujoya
for Leicester.
For Leicester, yeah.
Yeah, that guy was a poacher.
With them, it was longer than
even what's his name? Tim Cahill from the Australian dude.
But he was always like kind of consistent though.
True.
Wilson from Bournemouth was about to get
Callum Wilson
for a quick second, and they.
I mean, he's not. It's not like he's dropped.
No, but those were times where it was looking like I was like, oh my.
Hey, Yakubu back 20 in PL.
No. That season was crazy. That was right before the World Cup. That season was crazy.
Do not bring up the name Yakubu near me.
I mean, he went to the World Cup and he shot his.
Hey, he probably cannot be laughing at that. After
I was tired. I played every game.
Play indoor soccer, wide open goal. Far right. I would never even.
I played every game. I played over 20 games. I was tired. My legs were tired.
Okay.
I just tore my ACL.
Keep that same energy when Harry Kane has play all those games and he wants to start missing.
He's a professional.
I'm dead.
That's very true. He does.
Can't even clean the guy's boots.
Let's go back to.
So you say you have Liverpool winning.
I have Liverpool winning.
And City.
Right. City second.
And then
easily right. And then it's between Spurs or Arsenal for third. Like I don't. and then us.
If it's ever between Spurs and Arsenal,
so
it's Spurs.
how are they tied for third, and then is you guys?
No, I'm saying it's between one of them to be third.
Okay.
Like,
you don't see you guys finishing third?
I don't see us finishing third. But if we
why? Because the squad depth or what?
We don't have anyone.
Yeah.
We don't have like.
But you have Mason Greenwood, though.
No. I'm about to say there's a problem when Lingard is really a player that really should not be starting the EPL. And
Hey, relax.
No, Lingard has
people. The Lingard agenda has just gone too far.
No, I don't think it's an agenda.
It's not.
It is.
No, but
niggas are mad that he's a 26-year-old who looks 21.
No, that's
the youngster agenda. That's hilarious.
That 2-year-old.
Bro, Lingard is old.
I thought Lingard was like 23.
Bro, Lingard is my age, bro. Like, and they look to like Pogba and them. They look to like Pogba to lead the team.
He's 26.
How did I not know this?
Yeah, he's been in the league for so long, but you think he's like 22.
Yeah.
But bro, man's played under like Sir Alex.
Yeah, he's been.
No wonder I heard them talk.
Sir Alex gave him his debut.
Wow.
Yeah.
This guy's 26.
26 now.
That's why
he's bad.
Hey, come on.
For a 26-year-old, for a 26-year-old, he should be doing a lot better.
He's not
than
even
that.
bad.
That is true. He should be in his prime. Because look at Sterling. Look at Sterling was at he was like slow, and now it's just like all right. Like I think it's.
But Sterling's skill set is completely different.
No, but I'm just saying.
Yeah,
like,
even
it's
say
the fact
Mason
that
Mount
he's
is better
somewhere
than
now.
Who?
Mason Mount is better than Lingard.
He might eventually be better, but
he's better than him right now.
He's not better than
This
him.
season,
It's Chelsea fans, bro.
Come on.
He's banging goals.
He scored 2 goals and he's better than Jesse Lingard. Come on.
Did you see his goal?
Okay,
Did you
bro.
see his goal?
Someone that went to the semifinals of the World Cup.
James' goal?
It was great.
Okay,
Yeah.
Daniel James is better than Mason
That's
Mount.
cap.
No,
That's
that's
cap.
They both have goals.
Hey, say this. Daniel
They're
James is better than Hudson Odoi.
That's cap.
That's cap.
I thought we was going off a performance.
I mean,
Where is your guy? Why is he hurt? The best ability is availability, nigga.
Oh, this isn't basketball.
Yeah, alright.
Wait. If
I hate Chelsea fans, man. God, Mason Mount.
Okay,
Get out of here.
Wait.
Before we even get to Tammy Lorraine, let's
Before we get to anything, can we at least agree that Pepe has no assists, no goals? Can we just say that?
Bro, Pepe is gonna be.
That's fine.
He went to the worst team.
He really.
He couldn't wait 1 year. He was coming to Chelsea next season.
Shut the hell up.
Wait, am I lying?
United. You came to United.
I mean, we would have taken
That's who. I feel like every team in the
every team besides Arsenal.
City.
He chose the worst.
we chose the one team that nobody.
Bro. Yeah.
The thing is, like, his skill set doesn't really fit Arsenal. Like, they're a passing ass team.
Nah. But the thing is, he brings like a different
dynamic
flavor
to the
definitely,
game.
yeah.
Definitely, like. I think he just has to settle in.
That's
Like,
fine.
No,
he just has to
that's what I'm
settle in.
saying. He still has to
literally
settle in,
against who they play? Chelsea.
Liverpool.
That was the
The
first
run
time
that he had?
Yeah, but that was the
Wait,
first time
bro,
Van Dijk got dribbled.
He's a skiller.
Bro, people need to kill that stat. Like, nobody cares.
What the technique?
No.
This is
Van
exactly why I
Dijk
hate
hasn't been
Liverpool
dribbled past in a year. But who gives a fuck?
Who cares?
I mean that's kind of
No,
impressive.
but
30
like-
games is impressive.
No,
Bro, it's
kinda
not hard to not
impressive.
get dribbled by when you just backtrack all the time. And let's not.
Van
And
Dijk,
I think Van Dijk has the
No,
greatest
Van Dijk is
skill set of
We're
any
gonna get
center
to that.
back.
We're gonna get
But-
to that. Hold on.
But I'm just saying, like, he does backtrack a lot.
I mean,
Like, nigga be like a whole 10 yards behind the attacker.
Yeah.
How do
He
you get
waits
dribbled
for
past
you.
when you're not even
Wait for
there?
you to get there, and then you start
he
saying,
doesn't
"Oh."
give you that opportunity to get
he
past
doesn't.
them.
He doesn't.
He always
Unlike-
wants to be in front of
The
the ball.
only problem is
Which
they
is
make it
your
bigger.
job.
They make it a bigger deal than it is. Like,
I agree with that.
Yeah, it's not like
It's
he's,
not like-
it's not like he like
Like he's
squares up
going-
1-on-one
on like
and is
Salah
like
or
locking
Sterling or
niggas
something.
down.
Yeah, but I mean,
Bro,
but still.
Sterling, he would abuse that man.
And before this Van Dijk, I've never heard that stat. Never been dribbled for it.
It's Liverpool, bro.
Like,
Liverpool
it's-
and Chelsea fans are the worst.
That's
what's it
no,
called?
let's not boost that.
Liverpool fans are the worst. That's for sure.
That's true. That's just a fact.
But it's what's it called? It's the new way that people do it. Like people always come up with new stats every day.
No,
Like,
it's
there's
worse. Is it basketball
It's
or
worse in
football?
basketball. It's
Wait,
basketball.
No, like you'll see some stats.
You
No,
see some
it'll be
stats.
like the most points scored by a person born on the 20th.
Yes,
like,
who
what does that
cares?
matter? Like,
Who gives a fuck about that
they
shit?
should be coming up with stats. Like, it should be so
They
annoying.
be doing football too. Like
Football, no. The most annoying football stats are the like, most games won on Thanksgiving. It's like,
who cares?
The Cowboys have won 450. Bro, we don't give a fuck. Like,
low key.
How many Super Bowls have you won though? Like,
nah, the basketball ones because like basketball these be I think they just be making up stats.
Hey, when they like compare like LeBron stats on like Christmas Day, like like there's that running thing that Steph always plays bad on the Christmas Day games.
Oh really?
Yeah, like literally his stats are like they plummet on Christmas Day games. Like he's like sub 20 points per game.
Sheesh, I haven't seen that.
Unanimous MVP. Anyways,
let's get to the games.
Anyways,
do we start with United or Spurs?
Whoa, do you guys?
No. He was talking about his expectations for United. Top 4.
And then
right.
I guess he has Chelsea 6.
Wait, but are we gonna let him? Are we gonna let him get away with that though? Like how? Why do you think you guys are gonna be top 4? Like we have to fight. What's your reason?
I mean, you think you guys?
Because you just admitted that your team's not really where they need to be at. Yeah. Now the first year head coach.
Yeah, but I mean, I still think that we're better than every other team that I put behind us. So okay. I don't.
So Chelsea and Arsenal or Spurs.
Well, see, Arsenal, Spurs. It's like y'all fumble when literally it's like crunch time. So
both of us or
both of y'all.
Both. I mean, we finished above them 3 years running.
North London, y'all fumble whenever it's crunch time. Arsenal for sure.
Last season,
Spurs
Arsenal
more recently.
Arsenal should have finished top 4 with their remaining schedule.
Literally. So
But Emery went a whole season in La Liga without winning a single away game, and he only won 2 last year. So he's always struggled with away games. So people knew they were in trouble. He went a whole season with Sevilla and then went not one away game.
That's crazy.
That's bad.
Yeah, that's terrible.
In La Liga, you went to Leganes and lost.
No, but Arsenal themselves.
I'm so dead.
Even Arsenal, I think.
Mans was going to Rayo Vallecano and losing, bro. Like, come on. That's just.
I think Arsenal messed up this summer signing Pepe for that price when they could have just bought a defender instead of getting David Luiz.
Wait, what? They did get. They got Tierney.
I don't think they.
They got Tierney.
They need a center back too.
I don't think they necessarily.
Nah, they just needed what's his name to come back. Holding.
Rob Holding, you're relying
that
on
guy's good. The guy's good.
He was their best.
Better than Davison Sanchez, I'll say that. Get that guy out of my club, man.
Where's this Socrates even play?
He doesn't even play anymore.
He makes me want to say the N word repeatedly every time I see
I think he does.
Wow,
bro.
No, Sanchez doesn't. Does
he
play
Sanchez,
yeah,
he started every game this season. Like, bro, man's just benching Vertonghen for no reason.
Wait, what?
That's why we've been losing.
Vertonghen's y'all's best defender, right?
No,
Alderweireld. Defensively, Alderweireld definitely.
But Vertonghen definitely brings more like going forward.
More
but they had the best partnership. They're from the same country. They played in the same clubs their whole life. What are you doing with this Davison? The N word insert.
Okay, so do you want to backtrack you guys winning the league?
No, I said we're gonna challenge for it. No. Hey, run the tape. What was my top 6?
VAR tape. VAR, let's get the tape. Come on, I'm dead.
Yeah, what did I say? I said I had City first. I had us second. I had Arsenal third, and I had Liverpool fourth. That was my prediction. I didn't think we were gonna win the league. I just said we could challenge for it.
You guys think you guys gonna be second?
I gotta see where Poch is headed, bro. I think Poch wants to leave. So
I mean, the team that you
I don't
said
even think
is
it's
fourth,
about Poch.
the team that you
I
said
think it's about the players.
I think he wants to leave because he didn't get all the targets that he wanted, and he told Levy if you don't invest in the team, I'm out. Mm-hmm. And
but
he's
saying,
moody.
Even the players themselves, like Eriksen, he wants to go to. So
but the thing is, like, the only reason we're missing Eriksen right now is because Dele's hurt. We don't have any creative midfielder. I was telling him, like, Lamela can't do that job that Eriksen does. That's why we don't create any chances until Eriksen gets on the pitch. And we have to sell him, so we might as well just get used to life without him because he wants to leave.
I mean, I would say it's hard because Liverpool is the only team with a perfect record right now.
It's not going to last too long.
It's not gonna last
they got an injury. And I'm knocking on wood for them because I don't want to see nobody get hurt. Psych, I do want to see people get hurt on the other teams. I'm not going to lie. I'm that fan. Like, I would have clapped too when KD went down.
Wow.
Get him out of here, coach.
What?
I want.
No wonder you
when my rivals play, I root for 0-0 extra time and a lot of injuries, my guy.
This is demonic.
0-0 extra time and a lot of injuries.
That Nah, you're dead body. I mean, I will say on the 22nd, you know, me and Melvin will be going to the Londona pub in Addison, and that's when Liverpool will be coming to Stamford Bridge, and that's probably be the day that perfect record stuff.
Trying to go to the pub.
They're gonna lose before that. Or they're gonna drop points. That's for sure.
I definitely think
Liverpool.
they'll lose this season.
Okay, so
more than last season.
Wait, hold on. I got a quick question before we go to the next thing.
Mm-hmm.
What do y'all think about VAR? Because
we're gonna get to it. We're gonna get to it.
As long as that's on the doc, I got a lot to say. I got a lot to say.
If they think he has a lot to say about VAR,
my God, we both do. From this weekend, we do.
I want to speak on y'all's games.
Yeah.
VAR.
We're starting United.
We'll bring up VAR. VAR is another topic for just in general. So, on the podcast, we previewed the United game. We said they're just gonna put Wolfers high up top and just tell them to just run, and you know, hopefully something will happen. But they're gonna park the bus the whole time. And literally, that's how they literally scored that way twice.
Yeah.
And I will say, while yes, they parked the bus. Creative wise, United still struggled in creating opportunities. I will say Pogba's actually like him and Wan-Bissaka are the only players like right now if that could take. All right, I'll take these.
Hey, Wan-Bissaka is buns. I'm sorry.
He's been playing.
Did you see him try to cross?
Yes. No, he's right. Like
he's buns going forward.
He plays like you. Literally. Like no, I'm not even kidding.
Let the record show he just pointed at Ade.
What does that mean?
Literally, he like. Offensively, he plays like you, Ade. Like, Ade swears he's the best passer on the field.
First of all, I am.
Oh, my God. Okay. No,
wait, did y'all see that pass?
No.
First of all, I am.
Bro, that's literally like...
I wish I would have been there Monday because my guy would not shoot. Wide open, he was still trying to pass. I was like, Ade, just shoot it. He was like, I got you next time. And the next time, he passed it again.
I didn't have my boots. Okay.
You have your shooting boots that day?
I didn't have my boots, okay?
Oh, my God.
I didn't lace. I had Ephraim's little running shoes. Anyways.
Oh, my goodness. No, but yeah, like, watching him, like, handle the ball offensively, I get scared. Like, it's just, like, I don't, like, he's just not.
I guess defensively is what I was thinking about.
Defensively, he's great. I like him defensively.
I like him defensively.
Luke
Shaw's
He's like the Van Dyke of fullbacks defensively. Because he's really hard to get past.
He's really hard to get by.
Yeah, he's hard to
I like
his recovery is crazy.
I like how Luke Shaw's playing also.
Speed, yeah.
Luke Shaw's been playing well since last season.
Yeah, like, Luke Shaw's always been good. It's just if he can stay healthy.
He was y'all's player of the season last year, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and Pogba had a pretty good game.
Like we're completely overlooking Daniel James. Wow.
No, he's good.
Was I done?
Hey.
But you said Pogba and Wan-Bissaka.
No, but then I tracked back. I said Luke Shaw. Daniel James is slowly coming into his own.
Wait, overlooking? Do you just watch highlights, bro? Hey, that guy's terrible. He's a headless chicken. He has moments.
Wait, but let's be very
honest. Bro, you know the man runs around like a headless chicken.
Doesn't he look like Sterling when Sterling was playing?
Hey, relax.
When Sterling was playing at Liverpool, Dan James doesn't look like Sterling.
Oh, like
That's
Liverpool.
What I'm saying.
Oh, Liverpool.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, I was about to say that now.
You don't see the similarities?
No, he's there.
Oh, bro, he's gonna develop.
I'll say Daniel James is a better finisher than Sterling was at that time, but he is not the same dribbler. He doesn't have the same control of space, bro. Level. Bro,
he's so good at getting past players.
No, but Sterling
with speed. Okay. Sterling has mastery of the ball.
Sterling's
one of the fastest players.
Yeah, like literally. Okay.
But the mastery of the ball to the sticking on your feet.
That ball stuck to Sterling's foot.
Sterling's touch. No, not at Liverpool.
Daniel James is the Brexit version of Sterling.
Not
at Liverpool. Sterling.
Sterling
not at Liverpool.
He's always had magic with the ball. His finishing was the only problem.
So I want to get your breakdown of the game then, because that's how I felt about the game. I just felt like they parked the bus and they scored twice, and you guys just struggled in breaking down their defense.
And they did score twice, and we don't have any.
That first goal, who's to blame?
Somebody was supposed to
Lindelof.
Somebody was supposed to be
Lindelof was where the header was, and then
Harry Maguire was too far up.
Yeah, people were saying Maguire was too far away from Lindelof.
I really blame Lindelof. He should have missed that.
He shouldn't have. And
missed
especially as the last defender.
He shouldn't have.
I'd rather you just.
I'd rather just let him go for it, and you just backtrack.
It's Jordan Ayew. Like, what the hell?
Like, bro.
No, but that goal came out of nowhere. I was like, wait, what?
It was, and And he finished that so beautifully.
De Gea was just
he finished it so well.
No, Saturday was just a great day for me.
Oh, the De Gea agenda is coming too.
Man,
No.
I am bringing it to your front door.
Look,
Dev says.
you don't have to knock. There's no point.
Hey,
come in if
but
you
literally
like.
though.
Come in if you like. No.
Okay, so you're saying you guys just didn't create enough?
We didn't create enough chances, but we also did get a hold.
Yeah, y'all did. We'll come back to it.
Say how?
How?
No,
I want you to explain to me.
VAR.
I want you to explain to me.
No, we'll come back to it because VAR is just a bigger discussion itself. And the discussion
You
we've been
mean
having for
VAR? We don't have VAR yet. We got.
Don't even say I got hold.
I hate Premier League, bro.
We got VAR.
We got VAR, literally. But I mean, also even with that call, like we shouldn't be losing to Crystal Palace. We didn't play well.
No, yeah, for real. Especially at home.
I mean, but they say Crystal Palace plays way better away from home than they do because they just lost at home to
There's no
Sheffield
reason why-
United. Because when you give them the ball, they don't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
But when they let you keep the ball, they're so dangerous because they just got speed everywhere.
They do. Like that second goal.
I
That
would
second
say-
goal made me so mad. It's like
Beneno?
all we did was watch. We literally just watched them do that. Like Zaha just kept going, and we were just like, okay, somebody's like everybody's thinking somebody's gonna stop him.
gonna-
But
yeah.
nobody's
I remember,
going, bro. I was like, what is happening? And then it just rebounded to find out. And De Gea should have.
I would say, speaking on that, do you think
It's time to
the
start
next
Romero.
season- No, not start, but start looking at the next person.
It's time to start Romero.
That was so hilarious. Start looking at
Because it's just looking like he went from being the
Nah,
best
yeah.
goalkeeper in the world to like, hey man, like
Nah,
He looks like David James, not David De Gea. Like, bro,
The black guy that played for England.
Yes.
Hey, that guy's the reason why England doesn't have any black goalies coming up through the ranks no more. They was like, get your nigger ass out here.
I'm dead.
That guy was real bad.
so
No, but he started as a striker though. Like he did start as a striker.
That's even
He was a
worse.
striker first.
That's actually worse.
Those who get strike keep.
That's actually worse. So do you think maybe like you're like hey even
I wouldn't.
or
think-
you
Y'all
want to
just gave
give
him a
chance?
contract.
Well, I'm saying
He's
is-
y'all's captain, right? There's no way. There's no way.
I
I
thought
thought
Young was
Ashley
y'all-
Young was the
I
captain.
thought Ashley Young was y'all's captain.
No, it's
De
there.
Gea.
Oh.
It's about that captain.
no way
Hey,
they're
you
jumping
hate to
you.
see it, man.
You hate to see all of it.
You hate to
The
see
state
it.
of your club.
You hate to see it.
But-
I mean, in the next few years, Kepa's gonna be Spain's
He's gonna be
starting.
the
So
De Gea.
No, they've already said there's like no definitive. Like there is a battle.
they're already hoeing them already.
Hey, he single-handedly got him out the World Cup with his like trash.
Yeah.
Literally, he was
so
awful
bad.
at the World Cup.
So bad.
Wait, they lost in penalties.
Bro, he
No.
was the only goalie
Bro,
that
literally-
didn't record a save at the World Cup despite conceding over 16 shots. What? No, they were talking about it. No, they were talking about it. He didn't record a save throughout the whole World
No, he
Cup,
was
bro.
so bad.
Wow.
Bro.
My
He was so
God.
bad. He was like water.
That Ronaldo shot that came straight to him, just
Bro, it was like water.
Yeah,
Wow,
I remember
what?
that. Yeah.
But I don't know.
Hey,
there's an agenda coming. That's all I'm saying, bro. Because when he was on top of his game,
Oh yeah,
the streets.
No,
yeah.
they
It
were
wasn't
like,
safe.
the way they're doing Van
Yeah.
Dijk now.
No,
that's
no,
what
no.
they were doing with De Gea.
He was the second coming when he was on top.
Bruh.
Like
do this trading right now, bro. Start every day forex. Tap in it. So I mean, I won't say yet because I don't even know who you guys. I mean, yeah, there's always a new guy coming up eventually, but it's looking like eventually you're gonna have to.
eventually,
I mean, but even if-
eventually he's looking soon. Like
Really?
that's what it is.
That's
Like,
soon, Abe.
But the
Like-
thing is, United is not the United of old. Where like
they're not.
bad performances like that usually like you can't go like a month having those type of performances and still keep playing. But now it's like
No, now
the
you have
standards are
normalized
so
it.
low. Like,
Yeah.
bro, Ashley Young is still playing in the Premier League
Man.
and
I-
Wait, tell me
starting.
what happened to Ashley Young.
Who
That-
are we? Like who are we going to replace?
And
Ashley
what's
Young
worse
with?
is like
I think Shaw got hurt, right?
Yeah, Shaw got hurt.
You know what's worse? I remember that goal that Messi scored against United.
Yeah.
That there was 4 instances that he fucked up.
In
one
one
play.
in less than 30 seconds.
I was sitting here like, how
Bro.
can you be this bad?
Bro, it's not even a brain fart. It's like his brain got suspended.
And and like I don't know when we decided to start playing him as a defender.
Van Gaal.
It was just like he's a winger. He's not that great defensively.
He's not that great at being a winger either.
Yeah. Like, oh wait, I mean,
Ashley Young stopped being good when he left Aston Villa. That's
what it is. Well, his first season at United was fantastic.
I remember he had some really good goals.
I guess he just got old, and he just fell off.
Let's talk about how Aston Villa has been scamming the league. Benteke, what the fuck was
just
that?
Flipping nonsense players, didn't it? What? Remember about Golahar?
Bro, these niggas are terrorists.
I swear he was the fastest player on.
Where did he go? Like he just disappeared.
He's like Division 2 or 3 now.
That's crazy.
I don't even know if he's.
They're like the Patriots of PL.
Andy Carroll, like
that's crazy.
Yeah, they really send out it. Tevez was actually really good, but Tevez was it West Ham or Aston Villa?
It might have been West Ham.
West Ham. Yeah.
So,
I think Carroll might have been West Ham.
Where
too.
do you guys?
Might have been West Ham too, right? I always get those two confused.
Hey, the same colors, man. Same business principle.
Literally, no, he's right.
Did Andre Ayew come from there?
He did. Okay, so where do you see United going from here? Because on the podcast last week, me and Mel were just talking about this penalty issue.
Oh yeah, we need to talk about that.
And we literally said, Rashford should take it now.
It was a good hit. Both were good hits.
No, but I think
Pogba's was a good hit.
Wait, Pogba's was not good.
It was a good hit. He went for power.
It wasn't low. It wasn't high.
But it was power. It was all about guesswork. Like
Rashford's was stronger.
But the thing is, like, the keeper guessed wrong and still saved it.
Wait, Pogba's?
Yes.
He didn't even put it in the corner.
He dove and then just put his leg out.
It was reachable for the keeper.
Like, it wasn't a good penalty. It wasn't
So going forward, what's the dilemma now?
Give it to Martial.
Yeah, bro, just give it to literally like. Martial's.
Wait, isn't he injured? I thought he was injured.
No,
somebody was.
I think Martial he might be the best finisher of them three, but also I think he has the least amount of poise. I feel like he'll panic, bro.
Oh, word?
Really?
I think it's Rash. If you're judging that Rashford penalty as bad, you don't know soccer. You don't know soccer.
It wasn't bad.
It was like literally inches.
It was luck. It hit the inside of the post.
I mean,
it hit the other post. That's how close it was.
I said that when we played soccer. I was like, let's be honest, like it wasn't bad. Literally a few inches in, it's a goal. The issue is, it was bad timing because last week it was, Pogba drew it. Oh, should Pogba even taking it? Oh, just give it to Rashford. Well, following week, you're giving the opportunity to basically like, all right, I should be defending penalty taker. And now there's more questions.
Well, now with all this talk of who should be taking it, it's getting to the players now. So they just need to come to a decision. Just say it's either Martial, Pogba, Rashford.
The fucking coach make a decision.
That's what I'm about to say.
I've never heard a manager say, two people.
Y'all
just
decide. No, coach will literally say, okay, from now on, this person takes the penalty.
If he's down the field, you take it.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
just make it simple. If you make it so complicated,
it
gets in their head.
It's literally more pressure.
Because they're like, if I miss, they're going to be like,
it's like the next guy's gunning for this.
I remember 2 years ago when Palace, remember that when Milojevic, when he missed that last minute penalty against City, and everyone was like, why did he take it? Because he's a fucking designated penalty taker. And guess what? He took every single penalty after.
The team's not going to be mad at you. It's like,
exactly. It's like,
that's your job. Like, just do it. You know what I'm saying? People fuck up at their jobs. It's fine.
And bro, there's a lot of good players who don't want or know how to take penalties.
They're like, I don't want it.
They're terrified.
Yeah. It's pressure.
So you think Martial next time?
I think Martial.
You wouldn't just give it back to Rashford?
No.
After Martial, Daniel James.
Exactly.
No, I give
Marcus Greenwood.
All I know is if Ashley Young goes and picks that ball up. If Ashley Young goes to pick that ball up.
I'd be so scared.
Niggas.
I'll turn the game off.
Hashtag nigger will be trending.
I'd wait for the notification. I'd turn the ring away from the notification because I couldn't watch that.
Hashtag nigger will be trending.
So, I mean, is any of the...
Or it should be the captain's choice there. Take it.
Do you have any other, any other thoughts about the game in general?
Other than we played like buns? No.
Mm-hmm. So, moving forward in general, you think you guys will still bounce back from,
I think we can.
I said...
Let's talk about all these, 28 win percentage? Ugh.
I will say...
It's awful.
I said
niggas don't even shoot that bad.
I said the United game was a fluke, and I said the United beating Chelsea 4-0 was a fluke. And
it wasn't a fluke.
It's a fluke because
it wasn't a fluke. You went against a counter-attacking team and you chose to invite pressure. And you had way too many gaps in defense. You had two idiots that had never met each other as center backs.
By fluke,
it was not a fluke at all.
By fluke, I mean it would never happen again. That result.
Here's the thing: I really don't think United has had a bad performance this year. I really don't think so. Like, I feel like they've deserved to win every game, including that game, including the Wolves game. They should have won the Wolves game,
but they folded.
A missed penalty away from 3 points. Exactly. Same with Crystal Palace. A missed penalty away from a win.
And what's crazy? That Navas goal, like I remember talking about it. It may not be his best goal ever.
It may not.
No. He's going to get them into Premier League. He's going to get them into Premier League from like forever away. Oh my god!
He does that on the regular.
I don't know how he's still there. How do they keep all these players? It's like the Portuguese mafia is running Wolves.
I've been said that United.
Nobody even tried to go for them. It's like there's a threat out there. Like, are you mad? Bro, some rich ass Portuguese nigga is like,
bro, Jota too. I don't know how Jota.
All of them.
He kept everybody. Really good.
They kept every single person, and they even added a young Portuguese like superstar.
No, and they added
some
young Cutrone. He's really good.
Oh, yeah, they added him too from Milan. He's from Milan, from AC Milan. If you play FIFA career mode, you know that guy.
That guy's crazy.
He always fucking grows.
That guy's crazy.
I will say, I understand why we lost. It just comes to show that after the game, it was a draw after Chelsea and loss after Chelsea. On the other hand, Chelsea's only got. I mean, Liverpool. Say what you have to say. I don't even count that as a loss when we play Liverpool. I really count that as just
really. You're talking about the
Super Cup.
Y'all should.
We should have won that game.
I don't count that.
I was so pissed. If we're being so honest,
I don't count it. I just count it as you lose the game on like FIFA or something, but the person you lost to was good. So you just say GG's. That's how I take that game.
Yeah.
I don't even count that as a loss. Leicester City, we still folded, but now we're winning now. And honestly, if
Tammy's finna
we'll
what
get
do you mean you're winning now? You barely scraped by 3-2 against Norwich.
I said Tammy's about to. He's behind.
You say he's gonna lead us?
He said he's gonna lead us. Okay,
is that what you said?
He's behind the girl.
Okay, then let's take a pause on that. Then let's get to Tottenham game.
Can we please not dignify that with a response? Cut his mic. Turn his mic off.
Tammy, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god! Turn this man's mic off.
It's
Turn the man's mic off, man. I can't stand Chelsea fans, bro.
No, Malik, look at the quality of both of those strikes. You can't tell me
quality of the strikes.
One of them was a volley.
Only a nigga that's about to lie says the quality of the strikes.
Two defenders on the second goal.
Okay, Ephraim.
Malik, he don't even believe it. Look at him.
The goal he scored.
He don't even believe it.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like those two goals.
You don't even believe
that.
Were
like Aguero-esque.
Melvin, we're gonna get to Chelsea. We're gonna get to Chelsea. I need to speak on this Newcastle game because when we talked about on the podcast, because we did our predictions. We said we said Tottenham. We said Tottenham, Newcastle. We laughed and we moved on, thinking 5-0, 4-0. During the game, the reporter said the Newcastle boss would have been happy with a 3-0 loss.
He said he was kidding though, but I don't think he was. Look,
no, I'm saying, but the reporter would say like
I know what I'm saying, but he said he was joking, but I don't think he was.
He wasn't joking. Going into the
Newcastle
game,
is a shambles right now. We shouldn't have lost that.
Going into the game, you guys were disrespectful. You guys even start Eriksen. At that point, you guys were just like, we're gonna win.
It's not disrespect. He's literally in the middle of trying to leave. He hasn't started any games besides the City game.
But he didn't come into the 70th minute.
That's when he's been coming in. That's when he came in against Aston Villa. That's why we're down until he came in.
Aston Villa. Did he come in that late? Oh, okay. Maybe I don't remember. But in general, you guys even have your best.
He came
squad.
in the 64th minute.
You guys even have your best squad.
We don't have our best squad, and I think that was Son's first game back.
You guys missing Dele Ali? Come on.
We're missing Dele. We're missing. I don't know what he thinks about Lo Celso, but I don't know why he keeps playing Lamela through the middle. He came in at the same time Eriksen came.
Is like whatever.
He's not a Cam.
And you
guys
he's
not even built like a Cam.
You guys are trying to put too much pressure on Lucas Moura. Like I get it.
Not really. This is his first start.
Not the general. You guys are trying to use him as the injection of
that's what he's used for. It's like a default.
But it's still Lucas Moura at the end of the day.
Disrespect.
The disrespect.
It's Lucas Moore at the end of the day.
Hey, Lucas Moore and Origi are like Champions League legends.
I forget what game it was.
Yeah. Really?
It was
They
some game.
solidified the day.
Orlando gonna text me like, name me one more clutch player in sports history than Lucas Moore. I said, you see,
come
this is what I mean by that.
Hey, but he low-key, he's been on a streak of just like absolute clutch moments though.
He does.
Golly.
Like, I don't know how. I really don't understand how, but he does pull through time and time.
Nah, that Ajax one was just.
That was a mad team.
Bro, remember the podcast in the GM were just like, is this real life?
Bro, that was a mad team.
Oh my god.
By the scruff of its neck.
Literally.
Grab that
Like,
hoe.
oh my, like literally the last possible, like if they cleared the ball, the game would have been over.
No, back.
The last possible
Last possible
second.
kick of the game. Kick. Like.
That nobody talks about the touch by Daly that got him through though. That was a beautiful touch, bro. I noticed the befores of every goal.
Yeah, you're still not safe.
That's why I never get wrapped up
You're
in the
still,
fan.
You're still not safe. What happened to this Newcastle game?
All right, bro. I think something's going on behind the scenes, and everyone's been saying that. It's obvious though, bro. Don't they look moody?
Who, Poch?
No, everybody, bro.
Everybody?
The whole team.
Oh.
Danny Rose been trying to leave. Now he can't go to a Premier League. Hey, low key.
Legend.
Who wants to? Who
I'll
really?
take Danny Rose.
Danny Rose is a Tottenham what?
Wait,
Not a Tottenham legend?
No,
Over Luke Shaw? I mean,
he's not even better than Asue Koto, bro.
That's disrespectful. What the fuck? That's so
That's
disrespectful.
because he's one of their own. That's why.
Wow.
wait.
Top 3 left backs in my club's history. Asue Koto. That's real.
What top 6 team needs Danny Rose?
No, but he can't go to
I'll
England
take
no
him.
more. He
Over
can't.
Luke Shaw?
Back up.
Not over Luke Shaw. I'd
So
take
they
Ashley
think-
Young off. I'd throw him at right back.
Over Wan-Bissaka?
Or left back, I mean.
The Luke Shaw's are left back.
But he's
No,
hurt.
it's
a
Ashley
backup.
Young now.
Yeah.
He's
Like,
hurt.
So-
Luke Shaw
You
got
I'm
know
saying-
Luke
I'm saying
Shaw's not
Luke-
playing a whole season.
I'm saying
You already
Luke
know
Shaw's
that.
So
You're gonna rotate.
somebody who is starting left back will now come to the situation.
Hey, you know what he could
At
start though?
United?
He could start at City.
Over
could.
Mendy?
He could.
Over
but I
Mendy
think
can't even stay on the
Yeah.
field.
I said over a healthy Mendy.
Chinchenko.
That doesn't exist.
That guy sucks.
Who's a healthy
I think he's
Mendy?
playing well.
Hey, Cancelo plays right back, right?
Yeah, but they're looking to transition him to the left.
And I still don't think Cancelo's better than Rose.
They'll have a really nice one.
Cancelo low-key flopped at Juve.
Wait,
bro.
what?
that
Cancelo is really good
Cancelo's-
to me.
Cancelo's
He's good.
You also think Tammy's the third best striker in the Premier League, so
I mean,
how
I
much
can
does
only-
your
I can only
opinion
go
really
with what I
matter?
saw.
Don't acknowledge it.
I can only go from
don't
what I
acknowledge it.
saw, so you know.
You're a prisoner of the moment.
Okay, so
But those were quality
So-
strikes that I
Quality
haven't seen
strikes.
in a
you're saying
while.
you guys.
Hey, name this episode "Quality Strikes" because
No.
this nigga's going on and
No,
on.
what I'll really name it. You hold on. What I'm really gonna name this episode. I wish Chooks was here. I wish Chooks was here. If you guys watched the movie It, right?
Yeah,
You know what they called the kids? You know, what were the kids' named? Like the group of the kids. You know what they called them?
I forgot.
The Losers Club. That's what we're gonna name this episode because that's what all
Oh, I mean,
three-
it is a podcast about Chelsea, so I mean, that's appropriate.
I mean, funny enough, you guys are all tied with us on points, so you know how much
oh
great
wow,
are you guys?
we're celebrating
No, I'm
equal
just
rights.
I'm just saying how much great
We're all
are you
tied
guys?
on
This nigga's
points.
hilarious.
This
Equal rights.
is
said we're celebrating equal rights.
I mean, you guys were making it seem like Chelsea's gonna be 8th or 7th, and you know,
It's
here we are.
match week 3.
Okay then, all right then.
This is Premier League. Like
Yeah.
December, you're not even safe.
all right.
Yeah.
Got a whole nother half a season to go.
It sounds good. All I'm saying is,
Hey, guess what though? Guess one thing that is still a fact.
What's up?
In January, when everybody else is like, "Oh shit, we're fucked up. Let's go buy players." You know who can't do that?
This guy's
you know who has to be like,
We don't have to worry about buying players.
"Hey, I'm looking."
Okay. Are we done with talking?
Look, at the end of the day, we're gonna be talking about how we didn't spend a penny and we still ended up on top of it.
Are you done with Tottenham? Because
I mean, as far as like breaking down the game, I think like from a football like aspect, like we weren't sharp enough. And it's like in Premier League, like if you can't move the ball fast enough to the wings, forget about it. Because every small team sets up in those low blocks and they just shuffle left and right. So you kind of got to beat them to the outside. And we did get a few really really good chances.
No,
Kane missed one.
Harry Kane had that one at the end.
Couldn't
of the
believe
game.
it. Lucas missed one. I couldn't believe that.
The open header or something
Yeah,
like that.
Human Son missed wonderful chances, and then bro, that should have been a penalty. And, but we'll get to VAR later. But
get to that.
Let's get into it.
But also,
let's do Chelsea
also,
thing
why are
first.
we starting Davidson's? honestly, bro, like y'all don't understand. Like I'm sitting there looking at my TV, just screaming nigger, because I hate the guy. Like why?
Oh my God.
Why is he? Because people were trying to make him seem like the next young good center back.
Yeah.
He
could.
What does he do?
been.
Good.
He could.
Let's be honest. What does he
Now.
do?
He's
Good.
just physically sound. That's it.
Bro, the nigga's a Bayou that stays healthy. That's it, bro.
But Bayou can actually defend.
Bro, Bayou just flies
Where
into
is Bayou?
tackles.
No,
Hey, bro,
when
bro,
he's
I don't-
healthy,
Yeah, like bro, the guy.
I don't know how center backs don't.
decision making iffy, but you know.
Do y'all think that like professional like soccer players ever like sit and watch film?
No.
I don't they have film sessions?
they have to.
They should,
right.
because how do you not just put Van Dijk's clips up for niggas to watch? Like, hey,
Do they?
don't dive in, just chill. They will come to you, bro. Why you, bro? Davinson Sanchez, his mind is just, bro, dive. Like, why? I don't understand it. I be sitting here pressed like I'm not a professional,
dive.
and I know this,
Yeah.
and it costs us time and time again, bro.
But I think it's also very hard. I mean, like, yeah, like we can play soccer and we understand that. Okay, you're not supposed to dive or you can get juke past. But when you play against a player
But
who's
you also
really
gotta
skillful,
understand the
you know what I'm
other
saying?
guy's good,
Like, bro,
Yeah, we've
it's
never
all
played-
about timing.
We've
bro.
never
like,
played up against those EPL players.
Like,
so
bro,
I
I know for a fact that like if I'm playing,
What's on Newcastle that he's scared of though?
guess Shelby was his
Nigga, they
name.
could do me. He left.
No,
All they got is a Miguel Almiron.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, I mean,
that guy's buns.
And who's the?
He's actually straight. I wish we would have got him.
Striker they have because they used to have.
They got that guy,
one that-
Joe
he's the one that
Wellington.
scored.
It's a Joe. She's a
Joe
Joe.
Wellington.
That dude was
Oh,
decent.
is it
though.
Wellington?
It's Joe
Back at
Wellington.
Wellington.
It's
Baby
Joe
Wellington.
It's one
Wellington.
name. It's one name.
It's
He
one name.
signed
It's Joe Wellington. It's
He signed Becky W.
Oh.
Wait, you say
This nigga said
They
Becky
signed Becky
Wellington.
W.
Is Mr. Wellington?
Okay, wait. Before I forget,
He scored against us too. That
before
was-
I
that
forget,
was a good
you
game.
guys not sold. You guys loaned out Sanchez. Are you happy?
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, for real?
Imagine these people already paid him.
That's a
30
lot of
million.
money off the books.
Hey, Lukaku Sanchez connection, in it?
Hey, watch Inter
It's
win
gonna
the
be
league.
scored on
peak.
He did.
Yeah, he did.
Hey, I'm finna use him on FIFA.
No,
Oh no! Ultimate Team,
Bro.
Italian
Oh,
League. I'm
yeah.
starting. That's what I'm doing. I'm starting Italian League. Off.
He's not the
I don't
best
even know how
striker
I'm gonna
in Serie A though.
Of course not.
It's Ronaldo.
First of all, that
Well, I mean, you
that
can't
sounds like
buy Ronaldo. I'm saying like
able to play, and
affordable.
he's not
Like
even the best.
he's not the best affordable striker,
I mean,
is he?
Wait,
There's still-
Immobile
there's
is
still-
easy.
Immobile,
strikers. They have
Icardi.
Mertens,
Mertens is not really a striker. He's like a center forward.
but he plays
But he plays
striker.
striker.
I mean,
That
If you
Striker.
play Mertens as striker in Ultimate Team, you lose a lot.
Belotti too. Belotti.
Oh yeah,
really good.
but he's alright.
Belotti fell off. He fell off.
affordable though.
Yeah.
Affordable.
But
Belotti was what?
But he's not better than Lukaku
But
though.
Belotti was what we talked about earlier. As like, you know, that player that was like really good. They were hot, and all
They
of a sudden
shoulda
got-
sold him.
Exactly.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
and that's
But-
why.
and
That's
they
why
would
I
have
always
made a
tell
lot of money
small
because he
teams.
was going for like
Chelsea
100
was
million
about
at
to
the
buy
time.
him.
Yeah.
Bro, small teams need to learn. Stop trying
need
to
to
hold
learn.
on to your star. If the nigga's hot,
That's ex-
no.
that's
That's the
exactly-
Aston Villa way.
Monaco is literally the definition of that.
Bro, they don't wait.
Except I mean Mbappe was.
Nah, they let him go hot.
They let him go, but.
As soon as the things like team, you know, you know
I
when you'll
said
catch
the
to.
microwave.
But they're like,
Who was it? Because
they could have waited though. He would have kept rising.
Yeah, he
but they
would've.
were like, just
I
in
mean,
case.
well, we say that based on what we've done PSG, but you never know how, like, you know, he may have been able to. Yeah, what happened?
True. Very true.
Monaco fell apart.
They did. They had such a solid squad.
Yeah.
Such a solid squad.
So I guess we can talk about Chelsea game. I will say, first things first. I get this. Norwich. It just came from Champions.
And it was 3-2.
I will say, while it's Norwich, everybody's saying this came from the championship. Anybody that's actually been watching these Norwich games knows that they're a team that can turn up at any moment.
4-1 to Liverpool. Okay.
Yeah, but if you actually
Oh,
watch
so they were turning up after it was 4-0.
Wait.
Hey, now you go see the real me. You go see the real me.
Oh my God! What's wrong with this guy?
Wait. Okay. While they lost to Liverpool, everybody that watched the game understood that scoreline does not really show, like, you know, how good Norwich really is. And Norwich won the game after that away. I forget, they played Burnley. They beat somebody away.
They beat somebody like 3-0 last.
That's
Yeah,
what
the
that was away. So going into Chelsea, they're already at home. Pookie's ready. He's at least had a goal or goal contribution in each game. He's ready hot. This Cantwell kid.
No, he had a goal each game. He scored all their goals.
He had the goal in Liverpool, and then he had the hat trick, and then he scored.
And then the goal and assist against
this
y'all.
Cantwell kid. I'm not gonna lie, bro. They're gonna have to flip this kid. He is cold. So
I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, we just played bad defensively. It wasn't even.
I won't say we played bad defensively. We had lapses. Like
I'm talking about their goals.
I would say the first goal was just like they were honestly just having intercourse with us. Like the way.
But that's my point. They shouldn't be allowing that to get to the.
I mean, yeah, but when
sometimes it's not even about allowing.
It's just when the ball's moving that fast.
Somebody's just using you to do that sucker. Like
when the ball's moving that fast, what are you supposed to do?
Yeah.
Like, no, and I also say Tammy got injured. He got fouled right before they started having sex with us. I will say that. But they were just having sex with us at a point, and the ball was moving too quickly. Next thing you know, the run that Pookie made, nobody saw it because shit was just happening too fast. Next thing you know, he's on the left, and the ball goes in. We shouldn't let it happen, but it's not like we played bad defensively the whole game. The second goal,
team. Sorry, keep going.
No, but
I hate hearing lies. Like, you're not good. That's what's gonna happen to you all season.
Anyway,
is it gonna change? Is it gonna change? I don't understand. They shouldn't allow it.
Anyways, the second game.
Who's gonna stop him? Zuma? Is he gonna change your life? Bro, this Cho nigga, bro, this Hudson Odoi nigga, like, what? Why is he so gassed?
And the second goal was just like Christian was just like he wasn't on the line because Zuma played it well. Christian was the one that folded because Zuma had him. It was the fact that Christian wasn't on the line, so Zuma let him go. Christian was the one that let him onside.
On the second goal?
Yeah.
But he shouldn't have got that in, though. Did it deflect or?
I mean, no, it was.
Kepa should have kept that out.
I mean,
you could say Kepa should have done
easy to say that, but like it touched like right here, and it was a hard ball. It wasn't like it wasn't De Gea's.
I mean, they pay you for that though.
I mean, they do. I mean, but you also can't be perfect. You can't tell somebody to be perfect.
Nigga had to bring up the head. That's cool.
I mean, I had to. I'm sorry. That's
cool.
have to. That's
kick a nigga while it's down.
That's what Nigerian. That's what Nigerian parents do. They're like, this song I saw did this.
But is Kepa better than De Gea though? Like, just real quick.
I mean,
not yet.
At the moment, yeah.
Not yet.
At the moment,
Not
yeah.
yet.
Like informed, like.
I mean, he's more informed.
He's more informed.
He's
But
conceded 7
It's just De Gea is out of form.
He's conceded 7 though.
We're really judging it.
De Gea's only conceded what, like 2?
3, I think. So.
3, yeah.
Oh.
So I mean,
bro, football is a funny sport.
It's so hilarious.
A nigga's in his declining year, and you've doubled him up on goals +1.
So.
Oh
man. My negatives pretty much of the game are just like we need Rudiger because the Christensen. Well, I think
that's the most niggerish black guy name for a German guy ever, bro. Rudiger.
I will say Rudiger is already better than both defenders. So whatever,
of course.
Whatever pairing we get, automatically our defense.
I don't trust Christensen, man. I really don't.
The thing is, Zuma's been playing a lot better ever since he got.
Yeah, but
I think Zuma does have the more upside of both of them. I don't trust Christensen at all.
He's just been out of. He's been out.
The reason
he's been out of the top, he's been playing Everton and like.
The reason why I was sick
Stoke
is
City
because Zuma cannot pass. Like, all he's known for is defending.
Was you trying to pass out the back?
Yeah, that's exactly what we're doing. Everybody wants to call me Pep. Like, I don't know why.
Well, finish, because I have a theory about Lampard, bro. Like, I really do.
So, defensively...
I'll get to it.
Defensively, I think we're almost there. Once Rudiger comes back, Reece James is going to make Aspie actually have to
Bro, these guys and their academy products, bro.
Chelsea has the best academy.
Don't acknowledge it. Why are you even acknowledging it?
The best?
Why are you even acknowledging it?
Which of your academy players has done anything for you?
No, but they don't.
Which one of them?
But the academy
other than Barcelona, I can't tell you another
left
academy.
And right.
Another academy.
Yes.
Cool.
Barcelona's is boosted.
They won like the Premier League.
What was the last major?
They won
Are you just talking about like
Ajax
playing other clubs? I thought you were talking about like developing
Porto.
No. I'm saying like. They're always good in the academy.
Yeah.
Southampton?
Just don't give them the chances. That's it. Yeah.
I will say so. Going forward, Reece James is gonna give Aspie that sort of competition that's gonna light that fire under his butt because like those first few games, I was like, hey, sir, your age is getting to you.
Aspie's done. He's
just turned
cooked
30 today.
I will say
it's cooked. That position is a young man's
by
position.
end of the season,
it is.
By end of the season, Emerson might be the best left back in EPL. The way he's playing already.
We'll see.
Fucking no.
Who's a better left back than him? I want you to name a better left back. But who are the best left backs in EPL?
Just keep going.
No. This young.
Certain things don't need to be dignified with a response, bro.
I think he is.
I said by the end of the season, I wouldn't be surprised if he's the best. I say now. By the end of the season.
I think he is right now.
Still, Drew.
Robertson?
Robertson's good, yeah.
You don't think Robertson's good?
No, I'm saying like.
Okay, yeah.
So
I would say Robertson's the
I
only
think
one
by
better
the end
than
of the season.
So Robertson, Luke Shaw, who else? Mendy. Really?
Healthy Mendy.
So that's what I'm saying. So
the myth, the man, the myth, the legend.
Only two players in front of him. You're saying by the end of the season he can't be better than either.
Bro. Wait, who's better than who's he better than now?
Everybody else.
I don't think he's better than Tierney. We haven't seen Tierney play though.
Stop it.
But
he literally has the most tackles. He has the most tackles right
Tierney
now.
hasn't played. He's hurt.
The best. What'd you say?
You're saying at the end of the season, right?
Yeah.
We'll see.
Okay, so
you say he'll be the best.
Yeah, I think so.
So he'll surpass Andrew Robertson.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, that's a bold
But if you've been watching Chelsea games,
that's a hot take for sure.
If you're watching Chelsea games, he's actually been playing very, very well. Defensively
Robertson just keeps getting better though. That's the craziest part.
Yeah, he's already set the standard, and now it's like expected of him.
At the same time, if you're playing with Van Dijk, you're gonna look like.
Oh no, let's not do that.
That's not.
That's
That's not even it. That's not even.
You wanna know why?
That's not.
You wanna know why? You know why? You have the security.
Bro,
you have
sir.
the security of I can push up as many times.
Oh,
as I want.
here
Don't
we
have to
go.
worry about.
Here we go.
I will say that's it. While I don't necessarily, I won't say like that's completely the reason why. I will say that something that somebody brought up was like there's a security in the whole of Liverpool to where like you can play with.
I understand.
You can play with two.
But Robertson is good.
Yeah.
No,
In a vacuum, he's good.
You could even play with Van Dijk back there, so that at least gives you the opportunity to like. You're not always like, oh, I need to track back. I need to track back.
Yeah,
but.
They do track back.
Let's not take away from it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna take
Also,
away.
it's like they track back with the best of them.
Okay, but here's the thing: if Zuma and Christensen were back there, Robertson and Alexander Arnold would not be looking this good.
Bro, don't put Robertson and Alexander Arnold in the same. They're not the same.
No,
Alexander Arnold is purely offensive. We know that he can't defend to save his life. Now Robertson is like a true left back. He's not a left wing back. He's a left back.
On September 22nd, Pulisic, Mason Mount, whoever is starting on that left side is going to have sexual intercourse with Arnold. It's gonna be so
bro, Alexander Arnold, I'm not trusting that nigga to guard anything.
Nah, Pulisic,
that's why they don't put him on the same wing as Matip.
He surprised me. I'll say that.
And
so
he's
I
only
didn't
20,
expect
so
him.
there's more.
I didn't expect him.
So I will say that.
If you ever watched him in the U.S., you know he's good. Like
I
told him on the last podcast, I was like, he's better than Pepe. Like I said it. I said it.
But the thing is,
I'm standing by it.
Like we've never seen an American player be this good.
Well,
that's because he's not really American.
Landon Donovan was always pretty good.
All right.
And
I mean, you up?
Dempsey's played for Fulham.
He played for Spurs too. He's a legend.
He did. He's a Spurs legend.
All right.
Hey. If you're American and you played in the Premier League, you're a legend for whatever team you play.
Yeah, Legend.
Tim Howard is Everton.
No, actually, Tim Howard is the Everton legend. He's the Everton legend, though.
Altidore played where? He played in it Sunderland?
Sunderland.
Yeah.
Where is Sunderland?
God.
Jesus Christ.
I'm pretty sure Altidore is a Sunderland legend.
So bad. You know, Bolton almost got Bafuka completely. Bolton.
Word?
Yeah, they almost did, but they just got bought today. They were almost done.
I know they said it was them and Barry.
Another team, Barry. They got dropped.
Yeah, Barry.
They got expelled.
Yeah.
All these forex trading, these guys just gonna buy it.
Hey, Loki.
Malik was like, wait, what? A team was for sale.
So
Did they take crypto?
Hey, I have a lot of blues.
I'm so dead.
Okay, so to kind of go back to the positives of Chelsea. Okay, so I already talked about
lost
defense.
so much credibility.
I already talked about defense. Midfield already. We have Kovacic, who has been playing very well, especially now that he's playing more of a defensive kind of position, and his tackling is amazing. Dribbling wise, he's getting there. Passing wise, he's getting there. But I'm not mad at what I'm seeing with Kovacic. Jorginho right now, hey man, in the next few games, he's gonna remind me of what Fabregas used to be doing, bro. Moving the ball from the defense.
I don't think you watch these games, bro. Jorginho is the worst at his position. Bro, he's a D mid, right? You do know that he's a deep line playmaker.
But he's not playing defensive.
Bro, niggas run past the man like he's not there.
But they run past him.
God.
It pisses me off.
But we're not using. But like,
what do you watch?
But I'm saying like,
so slow.
I'm saying
he's slow and weak. That's the worst combination.
Have you noticed?
You can't be slow and weak.
All I said was that he was going.
If you're gonna be flimsy, run fast.
All I said was that he was going to remind me of what Fabregas used to be doing. Was just
that's disrespect.
It is.
Well, I'm saying
that's
bringing the ball.
No, but Fabregas was the same way too. Like,
but bringing the ball.
But playmaking wise. Are you mad?
No, yes, and that's what I'm saying. That's where he was good at, but he was slow and weak.
Oh yeah, but like a lot of Spanish players aren't fast, but you can't even tell.
Understanding of the game.
Like, you can't even tell.
But
as Fabregas got older, like the times you would see this dude just get like walked by. I'm just
bro, but to say Jorginho, in what would he remind you?
Like
Fabregas was never a defensive player like that.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Once they start playing him in that position,
yeah,
that deep line position, and he's getting older, that's what really made it worse for him.
Once Conte is back to actually like playing, so because we were playing Conte is basically like, look, anything like in the midfield, just
do you remember the Conte versus Torreira debate?
No, I do not remember.
Damn, that died a sad death. Arsenal fans were pushing that. Torreira's the new best. Bro, that died. Hey, when that nigga walked off the field in tears when they played y'all, the debate was over.
I don't even want to talk about. I don't even want to talk about Arsenal. That's it. Anyways,
I still want to talk about how they lost in the Europa Cup final, needing to get into the Champions League. What level of weakness is that?
Like I said, bro.
What level of mental weakness is that? This guy's already got third place.
We haven't really.
You are the only one with anything to play for. And you showed up on chalk 3.
4.
You have to be.
You dropped 3.
I would say
you have to be just weak mentally.
It was really a farewell game.
Bro, I don't care.
It was like the way
honestly, honestly, I don't care if I don't care if Abramovich was about to sell the club after. Arsenal had way more to play for. And they showed up and just chilled. Oh no!
They made Giroud look like a competent like striker.
That's why I said, why do you think?
Bro, one game.
Like Giroud, I'm sorry.
Bro, one game for Champions League. One game.
Just one.
And the other team doesn't need it.
Against your arch rivals too. Like there's so many.
There were so many reasons why they shouldn't have lost.
Anyways. So, and the midfield wise, Ross Barkley is really our only really question mark right now because preseason he was playing great.
Ross Barkley sucks.
Ever since the season started, Ross Barkley has not impressed me.
As the years go by, the Nigerian in him dies a little bit more. His grandfather was Nigerian.
Yeah. He has Nigerian blood in him.
He looks like he has
the blood of a black man in him.
They say Tamilore is just tapping into his Nigerian.
So we still have Loftus-Cheek coming back, and once that happens, it's just gonna.
What to say about
that guy's nice. I like him.
I like Loftus-Cheek though. To me, that's my favorite new English player because bro, he
over here.
But when people were saying that he's what they expect Pogba to be,
that's cap.
It sounded disrespectful. But if you watch the way he moves with the ball, with his strength and pace, like you're like, yeah, I can like when you're 6'4". Built like that, like that's how you move with the ball, like a man.
If Loftus-Cheek stays healthy and reaches his peak,
is very technical too.
Yeah,
like, it's not just power.
Bro,
like the guy has technical.
Bro, he's built like a tank really and runs like. Oh no,
I like Loftus-Cheek.
So that's why I keep saying like everybody's saying Chelsea's not gonna be good. So that's just midfield. So Loftus-Cheek is still coming back, and I still have Jorginho playing. Jorginho's not. We're gonna figure out how to really implement.
If Tamilore is leading your lines, bro, there's only so. You're not getting a striker for the rest of the year.
I need to get to offense.
You're not getting a striker for the rest of the year. You know that.
Jorginho, Conte are a great partnership. Kovacic is really coming to his own. Loftus-Cheek is still coming back. Offense, just straight attacking. Pulisic is while he hasn't scored yet. He's assisted.
He's good.
He assisted in the Liverpool game, and that assist in Liverpool is just
the goal that they
disallowed.
Yeah. Bro, that was
I was on the phone with my uncle and he's questioning, and then he was like, "Why you scared?" I was like, "I'm sorry." Like it was so great. So that's just the potential of where he can be. Mason Mount's
playing well,
bro. That goal he scored almost brought a tear to my eye, bro. Because I was watching it. I woke up at 6 a.m. for it.
The wank fest begins. Dude was about to pull his dick out like, God, Mason Mount.
Where's the lotion?
I hate Chelsea fans, bro.
And that wasn't even the best.
Nigga said he was the new Lampard.
Like,
Who
said that?
Who said that?
That's what they were saying on Twitter.
Oh my god!
Somebody was like, how fitting it is that the next Lampard has scored the first goal for Lampard. I was like, bro, all right. Yeah,
he's gonna take that number 8 from Barkley.
That's too
so
much. That's too much.
So Mason Mount's been playing well.
he's like 80 goals away.
Pull it
Nigga, Lampard used to be highest goal scorer as a cam.
Bro, as a cab, bro. As a cab.
Huh? Penalties though.
Yeah, but bro, Drogba's
attacking positioning was insane.
Bro, in the same team, Drogba scored 4 goals in 1 league campaign.
Bro.
And Lampard had 16.
Can you imagine?
Your
You're a
cam
striker. That's the less goals than your cab.
That's sad.
4 times.
4 times.
So we already have those 2 players. I mean, you don't believe in it, but this Callum Hudson-Odoi kid, she's had lots of glimpses of being a very great player.
He's just gonna be the next Martial.
Let's not get disrespectful.
Someone whose potential just always. My bad. You caught a straight bullet, bro.
No, Martial's good though. Martial's really.
He is good. I love.
He's gonna be
Martial.
better than Martial though.
But
He's gonna be better than Martial.
Martial's potential.
Only time will tell.
Martial's like that girl that like you saw a future with together, and then
as you got to
and then shit went left. So you're always thinking, damn, what could have been? but every time you see her, you don't see who she is now. You just see like,
you see what she could have been.
Nobody sees Martial for what he really is. Niggas just see.
So disrespectful.
He would have won the Ballon d'Or if Jose didn't change his number from 9 to
11.
whatever the fuck it is. Like,
now,
It's
right?
back to 9.
it's back to 9 now.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Hey, he scored more goals
Imagine
now.
changing your jersey number being the excuse for why you suck.
No, but it's not even the jersey.
Nigga.
It's the position that they.
Yeah, he's
Left
always
wing,
wanted to
right?
be a
You know what I'm saying?
striker.
He's always wanted to be.
And
a striker.
Rashford
He's
was-
better as a striker.
and Rashford wanted
He
to
had-
be a winger,
He had literally
but
like
then
the
they
best
switched,
conversion
yeah.
rate as a left winger, bro. Like striking is his position. That's what he. That's what he.
He
wants
got
to
it
do.
now.
He's got it now. So you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying. We'll see.
He's off to a good
We'll see
start.
that.
He's off to a good start
Martial,
too.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is Mount.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But somebody got to score when you conceded 7.
So
I'm dead.
and Pedro's been playing pretty well.
Pedro's
this
been
season.
playing.
Pedro's
very
been
But he's
playing very
injured.
well. He got a
His
hamstring.
age never shows.
Yeah, nah.
Sometimes-
Last
sometimes.
season it did. Last season sometimes it did.
I told him
And-
last
and
year he
then-
was their second best player. They didn't believe me.
And
No,
then,
he's
and
a
then
hard
sometimes
worker.
that United game it was showing. I was like, yeah, you need to.
It is.
Willian, I just think needs to be sold.
No.
ASAP.
I don't even know
Rocky.
why they gave him number 10. Like,
It's
why?
crazy. I'm like, Willian was like, when did he become bad?
He's always been bad.
No.
He's just a
When he
free kick
realized he was
merchant.
never gonna catch up to Hazard. That's when it was.
He's a free kick merchant, bro. That's it. Bro, Willian is committing highway robbery.
I mean, it just seems
There's certain niggas in PL that steal money, bro.
frauds.
McIntyre, bro. Some niggas pull
Ozil.
up with the hammer, bro.
Ozil-
Sanchez.
Give me
getting paid a
everything.
lot.
Sanchez really
getting paid
put
that much.
No,
like.
Sanchez took a hammer and bonked us over the head and took everything out of our
Bro,
city.
niggas
Like
said,
Fred Flintstone.
bro, niggas said Kolasinac should have let them rob that nigga off. Why you protecting him?
I'm dead.
Why you protecting him?
Wait. So speaking of Willian, so we just attacking wise, we've already mentioned Hudson-Odoi, Pedro, Pulisic, and Mount already. By the end of the season, Willian's not.
Is any one of them going to be over 85 on FIFA? Get out of here,
No,
man.
they're not. But
He
for
said
now.
it like they had a formidable attack. We've already mentioned Mason Mount, Callum Hudson-Odoi. Oh, a 77, a 76, a 67 in Tommy Laurie.
Hey, look. Hey, look. I will say it sounds good, but at
hey,
least we have a lot.
where have you seen me in career mode? See me in career mode. They're all 90s.
Oh,
I will
send
say-
it to 2027.
I will say all this is cool. It's cute.
Keep in mind this nigga, they said they're finishing third.
At least we haven't lost at home
Third.
to Newcastle.
Oh.
I can't talk about losing that.
Exactly. At least
I can't remember the last
Hey.
time we lost by 4 goals, period.
I mean it's cute, but
These niggas average that every 3 months. Niggas drop 6 on you,
Eh.
then 4, then 4 again. I mean,
it's
have
But
some
at least we average
class.
a trophy though.
Y'all do
Yeah.
get shitted on.
Like we have
A lot.
bad seasons and then we win a league.
Yeah,
And then we have
yeah,
another
but
bad
we
season
win,
and
though.
You guys, you're like an Arsenal that wins.
Yeah, but we win.
Arsenal just gets humiliated. Arsenal just gets humiliated. They don't win. You guys get humiliated and then you win.
But Ephraim, you guys are Tottenham, but don't win. So which one would you rather be?
Boo, bro. That was kind of ass. That was kind of ass.
Which one would you rather be?
I gotta go.
I'd rather be my
Alright,
team any day, bro.
Melvin has to go. So.
You know, next
Melvin, sign off with your hot
week,
take.
No. Next week we have Sheffield United. My hot take, it's not even hot. I know it's gonna happen. Tammy Lorel will have a hat trick.
Yeah, Tammy Lorel.
And
You know that nigga's name's not really Tommy Lawrence.
What is it? What is it?
It's like Tommy Noah or something like that.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I thought it was just Tommy.
No.
no, but I really have.
It's a different. It's
I
a
look up
different.
Tammy Lorel. That's
I really.
He's
had
not even Yoruba.
expectations.
He's not.
I expected United, Arsenal, and Tottenham to do a lot better this season. I didn't expect y'all to have bumps.
It's match
early
week
in the-
3.
No, I know. I'm just saying. I really expected y'all
okay,
to
so it's
win.
week 3. So what are we
early
going
on.
based off then?
Bro, talk to me in December.
Okay,
Yeah,
then.
yeah. So
We don't know how this goes.
I'm
Arsenal was on a
slowly-
22 game unbeaten last year.
Yeah, I
I'm
guess
slowly thinking that maybe there's hope for Chelsea if y'all continue to. Mess
So what's
up.
your new prediction?
No, my new prediction is. I mean, yes, I still think we'll
Your
finish
early
sixth,
prediction.
but I wouldn't be surprised if we finish like top 4.
Real
top
ass
4.
nigga give a fuck about it.
We're in the top
No,
4.
but that's it. That's it.
We're in the top 4 at least. That's
And Tammy's the third best striker in Premier League.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, I think he might finish.
Are you saying that with your chest, or are you still
No, I think
trolling?
he'll finish with 20 plus goals.
No. Oh,
Who? Tembi.
let's go home.
20 plus.
I think we can end here.
Wait.
Let's go into the duos talk.
Are you gonna?
No, mark my words.
Wait,
Tembi
No, I
will
didn't
finish
let
with-
this type of
and
shit
wait,
fly on this
it-
podcast,
The
bro.
thing is,
You have a platform. Be responsible. Cut his mic off.
but I already told you, Melvin likes to
Jeez.
troll. Wait,
No,
are you
it's not
talking
even-
are you talking
I
about
really think-
20
I
in
think
EPO?
that-
Wait,
I'm
20
being
in
real.
EPO all competitions.
20 all comps.
Okay,
It's not unbelievable.
that
but
can
for-
happen.
You know those comps include the Champions League that they're gonna be out in the group stage.
I'm actually kind of upset that we're recording
and we're
this
being
earlier
serious.
than the
And we're
draw.
being serious. Like, this
Sorry,
is
you're not gonna
first
be
year
a part
at
of that,
Chelsea.
sorry.
So like,
You didn't have to mention that. We know.
this is the first year at
Like-
Chelsea. So expecting 20 goals from him is like, it's not.
If Tammy scores 20 goals, bro.
All comps that can happen. Don't boost.
All comps.
All
All
comps is
comps is more.
possible.
All
Bro.
comps is more believable.
That's
Bro,
FA Cup,
bro.
EPL, Carabao, and Champions League. All right,
Yeah.
don't.
Bro,
That's
if-
what you fight.
Bro, no, I'm willing to go out on a limb and say
For
if,
all comps.
bro, if Tammy scores 20 goals all
What's
competitions,
up? Okay.
including Community Shield and volunteer games, bro,
Community Shield, that means we'll win the FA Cup.
I'm taking that bet. I don't care.
All right.
I'm taking that bet. Whatever you're willing to put on the line, I'm willing to take it.
Yo, buy
Even
us
in
all-
the
buy us
friendly
all-
games,
Buy us all the Popeye chicken.
exhibition
Oh, yeah.
games.
They're finna stop those anyways.
But they're finna bring it. But they have to bring it back. They made them too much money.
Yeah, true.
All right, Melvin, you got go.
After Sheffield game, then we'll speak on that bet.
He's not scoring a hat trick. He's probably not gonna score at
I'll
all.
put a bet. He's not scoring that.
He's not scoring at all
Oh.
At all.
against Sheffield. No,
Nah, he'll pull up some goals.
Sheffield's not bad. They beat Palace, so
Yeah. Oh, so that means they
and
can beat United.
and Bass beat United and United beat Charles. I'm just saying, like, in the law of diminishing returns,
Y'all are not winning this league. That's a hot
none of us are winning this league unless we get Manuel on the podcast. He's the only City fan.
Liverpool.
Manuel.
I don't know.
He's a newly City. Like, I've never heard this guy say I was City.
Wait,
He's
who-
not-
Probably started watching soccer like
Exactly.
in 2015.
Damn.
Even
Like-
Trey started watching last year. I'm a City fan. Of course you are.
Of course, you're a
course.
City fan. You
Aight.
chose the best club. Okay.
Like, wow, that's a shocker.
So I think
Let's talk about the Arsenal Liverpool game. Let
let
I have
me
a
end
lot
with
of
Chelsea
theories
real
on
quick
that.
then. I said top 3 when you came on podcast. I moved back top 4. At least we're getting in top 4. I'm convinced of it
Still not
because we have 3 players come back. We really
I
have
still
4.
got 8th or 10th.
Conte's still not even healthy yet. Once Conte's healthy, Love-Sheik's healthy, Rudiger's healthy. I mean, Cho may not be the player that we think he's going to be, how we envision him, but he's a great piece. I'd rather him play than Willian. So already we have 4 players that can
So
really
he's starting over Pedro.
No.
So you got Pulisic, you got Pedro, you got.
Or Mason
Cho.
Mount. That's
That's a lot of choices. I'm just saying.
But that's what I'm saying. So and even right now, like when Pedro came out, we were forced to put in Barkley. We were forced to put in Alonso. So that's not gonna be the case when our real players are in there.
Right. So a better bench.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm still not convinced. So it's a young team, bro. It's a very young team.
But I understand.
And it's a young coach.
No. I understand all the apprehensions about it. But from what I'm seeing from these young players, there's a lot of potential that could become.
It's a long season, bro. They lose concentration. They've not
I
been
would
through
say
the
I would
ringer
say
before.
the main reason why I think we would fumble is the fact that we're gonna be Champions League. Like it's not like they're gonna be Europa to even like have like easy games.
Nah,
like,
Europa is worse schedule wise.
Well,
nobody wants to go to Turkey and then come back and play.
The level of competition, like the level of competition, like.
No, I'm saying, but the Champions League is an easier schedule.
I won't be surprised if we draw Real Madrid
in the same group
tomorrow. I would not be surprised. I would
Barca.
not be surprised.
we can't the rivalry going.
We can't get Barca because they won and we won Europa, so we can't get Barca.
They didn't win Champions League. What are you talking
about?
They
won
Liverpool
La Liga. So we can't.
Oh, you're in the champion spot,
and then and then we won Europa, so we can't get Barcelona. We also can't get y'all or Liverpool or City. So
we can't get anybody. Anyway.
I mean, you're gonna be. Y'all might get out y'all group, but I don't even know if that's good.
I respect it. Yeah. Okay, so you say you want to talk about the Liverpool game. I think Liverpool wasn't trying. They really weren't trying.
Bro, Klopp, he saw Arsenal's lineup and he was like,
"What?" I'm still confused.
He told them niggas, "Hey, just go freestyle. We got it."
Why didn't
I think Emery was trolling.
That's what I would. Like, why didn't Lacazette start?
Bro, no, that's not even the first question. There's so many questions. Bro, he played.
The formation he
played a midfield diamond,
bro,
against fullbacks
with Pepe.
Even ultimate team coaches that think they know football would not do such
never.
Imagine you're going against a nigga that's playing 5 at the back with wing backs pushing up, and not playing diamond. You might as well just say you already lost. Bro, they fucked them the whole game, and guess what? He never changed it. Not till the 90th minute,
bro.
Bro,
was he like?
If I was the board, I would have called that. Let's drug test him first, and then we gotta ask him some questions.
He was pulling a Van Gaal.
No Torreira, no
philosophy.
Something that he's an Arsenal fan. He was saying that he would. It's almost like he'd even try to even win the game. It just felt like I would rather lose the game. I'd rather lose the game. Like at least we went out.
Put
there.
your best foot
tried.
forward.
Like, they just went there like I'll be happy with a 2-0 loss.
And people have been accusing Emery of this thing, like where when he approaches a game, he adjusts to how the opponents play
and stuff like.
But it's like establish your style, perfect it. That way, like if niggas beat you at what you do good, you're like, all right, you got me, you got me. But if you go try something new and then you get your ass handed to you every time, now your team doesn't have an identity and you just lose a lot.
Because you're not gonna tell me Ajax is better, like on paper, better than Juventus. You're not gonna tell me that.
And no, they actually were though. Balance wise, no, I'm saying like balance in terms of every position.
On paper,
Juve just has the bigger names.
On paper,
everybody knew Juve's midfield was one of the worst last year. Name
Ephraim, let's not do this.
Kedira.
Ephraim, let's not do this. You know,
Matuidi. Come on, these are bombs.
Matuidi's a bomb. Matuidi's a bomb.
Yeah,
Matuidi's a bomb.
Bro, come on the ball. As a midfielder,
but
he's like a Sissoko, bro. He's a Sissoko.
He's better Sissoko.
Going forward, he's just as constant, -1.
But you know what I mean by that? Like we really, I
just had a good team.
I mean, yeah.
I'm not
in hindsight,
they had a decent team.
Like literally coming into the competition, no one was looking at.
True.
No one's looking at.
True. But positionally,
I would say what you're saying is better with Real because I didn't even think Real should lose to them. But on paper,
no, Real should have beat them
over Juve.
Real has a better squad than Juve. Juve just has better stars. Wait, no, hold on. All Real lost was Ronaldo from a 3-peat team, a team that won the Champions League three times back to back to back.
But
they lost Ronaldo and they had Bale. On paper, they're good, but we know like there's a lot of issues within the team. Ronaldo makes Juve the better team.
That's the thing.
But if we're going position by position, wait, are they? You're shaking your head like if we go position by position for Real, they wouldn't shit on Juve.
Position by position, we can actually do it.
Let's do goalie. They're better. Courtois definitely
better than Chesney.
Wait,
I don't know. That's
Chesney is buns. This is the nigga from Arsenal, bro.
I want you to understand. I want you to understand.
Even Keylor Navas is better than Chesney.
Keylor Navas is better than Courtois.
Yeah, that's
true. I'm of that belief too. I agree with you.
Keylor Navas is cold.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Okay, right back.
Right. Bro, everything in defense, Real Madrid shitting on them.
Really? Well,
Carvajal? Are you kidding me?
Carvajal's very solid.
Carvajal, Sergio Ramos, Varane.
Who's their right back?
Carvajal.
Who was their right back last for Juve?
Right back for Juve was probably Cancelo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nah.
Center back, Chiellini.
Yeah, no, yeah. Real
Chiellini's at
Madrid-
least better than Varane.
Wait. What?
No. But you wouldn't compare Chiellini to Varane. You compare Chiellini to Sergio Ramos.
That's not no because it's like
Why would you? You'd compare the best, right? It's
Okay.
literally the best.
Yeah.
You'd compare Sergio
Okay.
and Sergio Ramos would win that, right?
That's why I didn't do it.
Varane would beat Barzagli, obviously.
Or Bonucci, whoever the fuck you
it
put
is.
next to him.
Yeah.
Bro,
And then
Real
left
has a
back,
better
obviously.
team. Marcelo,
Marcelo.
but he didn't play last year. But still,
Actually, yeah,
Marcelo.
Real does have a
They
better
were-
team.
Real was
does have a
playing.
better
Real was
team.
playing. What was that guy they were playing
Okay,
at
but
left back?
Ronaldo's better than everything. Okay.
Lucas Vasquez. I was like, bro, why are you
At
playing this
left
nigga?
back?
Yes.
Really?
They benched Marcelo the
But
whole
that's
season.
because Nacho's just that bad.
Marcelo got benched the whole season for no reason.
Jeez.
Nacho's just that bad.
I don't watch the.
Yeah, no, Real does have a better team. Midfield, is it even a competition? Modric.
But my point
Cruz.
is on paper, like
Yes, Real has a better
I
team.
should have been losing
Yeah.
they should have lost.
Yeah.
So on paper, you can say Arsenal doesn't have a better team.
Arsenal has a better team than Liverpool. But did you see who Arsenal brought off the bench?
On paper?
Yes. Look who they bring off the bench, bro. They have Lacazette coming off the bench. Torreira coming off the bench. Who was it?
Defense wise, they're already better than them.
Huh?
Defense wise, they're already better.
Liverpool's better defensively than Arsenal.
Okay, so, and
wait, hold
midfield-
on.
and don't do that.
Am I
Don't
willing
do
to say that?
Don't do that.
I don't know. Like,
I think
Alex.
that's the only position.
That's
And
really
Matip.
the only position.
well, no, Matip is probably still
Matip
better
is
than
still-
any
yeah.
center back.
Yeah.
Well, David Luiz, I'm putting David Luiz over Matip personally. If you had a
can't agree-
choice,
I can't agree with that.
I don't know.
if you're playing draft,
I'll take that.
if you're
high.
playing FUT draft,
I'll take the high.
and
Well,
Matip,
That's
and Matip
different.
and David Luiz
Real-
popped
real-
up.
real-
I'm taking
real
David
life-
Luiz.
That's draft.
Real
That's
life
draft.
and foot are two different things.
Actually, on FIFA 20, I might take Matip.
I'm taking David Luiz anytime.
Because of the way the pace works on FIFA 20.
The way I use David Luiz, like all those brain freezes would not happen because I'm in control.
So wait,
Midfield.
midfield. Do you think that
Midfield, Arsenal definitely for sure. Arsenal has a better like 3-4.
Why do you think so?
Huh? Bro, I don't. And you
Fabinho,
always do this, bro.
Fabinho,
You always mention
Wijnaldum.
Wijnaldum, bro. He always says that like the guy is cold.
Wijnaldum was good.
He's better than who on Arsenal?
Who's their
Who's
midfield?
their midfield?
Ceballos. That's that new guy they just got. He's really good. He played.
He's okay.
He played. He
hasn't
played
been
pretty well
improving
last
himself.
year.
He hasn't been
Last
improving
game.
himself.
So they got Ceballos. They got Torreira.
Bullock?
I think
What was his
Willock.
name?
Joe Willock.
Willock?
I mean, I'm not counting him, but he
on
plays.
now.
But
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's
but I'm
starting.
saying Ceballos and Torreira are already better than Fabinho and Wijnaldum.
No. Wait.
Oh, you're saying Torreira is better than
Flag.
Fabinho?
At D-mid,
Flag on the play.
I need a flag.
Huh?
I don't, bro. What do y'all see in Fabinho?
Oh
Bro?
my god.
I'm
Wait.
curious.
Okay, pause on midfield. Offense is not close.
Of course.
Well, no, it is close actually. Arsenal. The best thing about Arsenal is their offense. Aubameyang, Lacazette.
It's not close.
Those are names.
They
though.
arguably have the best offense in the world.
Yeah,
Liverpool?
Yes.
Yes.
I'll say maybe because of Mane and Firmino.
Salah just scored a brace.
A penalty and then a David Luiz special. Bro,
Nah, you're not about.
Bro,
You're not,
bro,
you're,
bro.
You're not about to
you're,
say
you're
what
not
you're
about
about
to
to
do
say.
that.
Bro, if Salah, if that goal was more on Salah than David Luiz slapped me right now. You know that was David Luiz, bro.
Okay, but
Are
okay.
you kidding me?
Even
At the
after
halfway
that,
line.
But still.
even after that, the pace for the tracking play to not even have a chance even catching up, and the finish
Oh,
was
so
great.
he's fast. This literally what.
And the
that's
finish
his
while
best
running?
quality.
Bro,
Control,
stop it, bro.
bro.
Stop it.
You think
So y'all
niggas-
believe in Salah?
You-
I've always felt like
He
Salah's
just
not a
had
good
the most
footballer.
goals last season. Like, what are we talking about?
Well, no, he didn't. He
It was
didn't.
tied for most goals,
No,
right?
he wasn't. It was Mane, Sterling, and Aguero. Salah was second.
Oh, so they were tied, and then he was
Yeah.
like right below them.
Yeah.
Sorry, I mean second.
Bro, Mane is the best player on Liverpool. That's a fact.
I could say that. I could agree. No, I
Van
could.
Dijk?
I could.
Everyone
agree.
has been saying
over
this
Van
for a
Dijk?
while.
Yes.
Okay.
Over,
I'm not mad at it.
Like in their position.
No, he's the
Mane-
best offensive player. On
No.
Okay.
In their position.
Van Dijk is the
Van
best
Dijk
center
is
back
the
in the
best.
world.
think so?
Van Dijk's
Right
the
now?
best defender in the EPL.
He's the
In
he's
the
the best center back in the
world?
world. Who's better? No. Let's be objective.
I don't know.
I hate Liverpool, and
It's
I
a-
was the
it's a
last
strong
nigga
statement.
on the Van Dijk trade. But I can't name a name that has his skill set.
Yeah, that's true.
Swap anybody with them. As bad as Liverpool's other supporting cast on
So,
defense
so
is.
right now, you're willing to say he's better than Sergio Ramos,
Yeah.
Chiellini.
yeah,
What are the other good?
Bonucci, yup. The niggas from Atletico, all of them, yup.
Oh yeah.
Godin.
Yeah,
Jimenez.
Yeah, obviously,
Maybe.
Jimenez not even in the
Maybe.
conversation.
But isolate
I mean,
any
he's-
one person. He's not better than some units, but any
Yeah,
one
yeah,
defender.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because right now he's
Very close.
he's easily in Ballon d'Or conversations.
Bro, he's better than Sergio Ramos.
And
he
may snub Messi this year. I wouldn't be surprised if he snubs Messi.
He's not winning the Ballon d'Or.
Nah, there's no way. If he does, bro,
let's not. Okay,
we riot.
I'm not saying he should, but let's not be surprised.
A defender is not winning Ballon d'Or on my watch, bro.
A defender never.
Okay.
That Fabio Cannavaro win till today, unforgivable, bro.
Oh. Wait, what keeper won Ballon d'Or? Wasn't that
Wait, a goalie is?
Did he win?
I don't remember.
The only way a goalie wins Ballon d'Or, you have to keep a clean sheet every game.
Wait,
and you have to save 10 penalties. Like,
no.
Okay, so wait.
Sure
going back to the reason why I was bringing up teams is because I'm not gonna say and agree with you on that.
No, hold on before you keep going. The only thing I want to say about that Arsenal Liverpool game is, but when are we gonna have a discussion about Unai Emery, bro? The guy is not a good coach. Bro, he's the only one that lost the league with PSG, bro.
We already brought up. Well, we talked about
how you coaching PSG and you lost league on. That's like their birthright.
I'm gonna stop y'all. Yeah, goalkeeper won Ballon d'Or in 1963. You know that.
Lev Yashin.
Yashin, yeah. Yeah, he won
the dude that's a legend.
It's because of his hat. That nigga was styling and profiling.
Yeah, bro, he won Ballon d'Or. I knew he won.
I'm dead. That's funny.
We brought up on the podcast the day that Chooks was here that, you know, even comparing Sarri to like Emery, like Sarri, we said he needed to go.
Sarri shitted on Emery, bro, last year.
We said Sarri needs to go, but Sarri ended up top 3 in the EPL and won Europa
over Emery.
Over you.
Over Emery.
So I'm saying, okay, like I'll give you the benefit of the doubt because it's your first season there. You didn't even get all the players you wanted, but now going forward. Now you've gotten more players that you want.
Bro, people don't understand. Bro, so Arsenal is not a bad team.
But I'm saying like he didn't like pick his team.
Like you came into Aubameyang and Lacazette. Do you know what Pochettino came into? Soldado. Hey, that's who he came into, bro.
Hey, Son is a great.
Do you know what Mourinho came into?
Pogba.
Before he got Lukaku? No, he bought Pogba. What are you talking about? Yeah.
Oh,
he came into Martial being the king of Manchester, bro. Like potential FC.
But I would say you're a hoe. I would say Emery's definitely on the hot seat this season.
Bro, Emery is I would say he's a bad coach because in a one-off game, he can pull I don't know. He's crazy. But that guy's not but I don't know how he got the job. Like they say the nigga came in with PowerPoints and they were sold.
He came with the Microsoft PowerPoint. He came with the clicker. He came in with the laser.
Nigga was circling shit with the lasers.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
I'm literally crying, bro.
God.
Bro, they were looking at Arteta, bro, and all of a sudden this nigga came out of nowhere, ran a PowerPoint, and that was it.
I would say he's definitely and easily on the hot seat.
But knowing Arsenal, they're gonna give him time.
I mean, with Wenger, you saw how much time they gave him.
God,
I would say
Wenger should have been fired when after they lost 5-1 back to Bayern. Like no coach is surviving that, bro. The fuck?
It just seemed like Emery didn't even try to win the game. It was just like, let's just try not to lose badly.
Do y'all know that like Wenger's last 3 games against Bayern Munich were all 5-1?
That's really sad.
Like he lost 15-3 in 3 games.
Nigga aggregated the score.
Bro, how did he survive that?
And that includes in the Emirates.
Yeah.
How he go? Bro, imagine your team being down 5-1,
imagine
coming home, and you get
imagine you buying a ticket to your own team. You wear your Arsenal jersey. You're in the home stadium. You guys are doing.
Fine boy. You match your shoes with your jersey to lose 5-1 to the same shit.
Jesus, bro.
I don't know how, bro. You talk about niggas who were committing highway robbery. Arsene Wenger is the leader. He's the professor. He
had to leave.
He's the professor.
He was the one that had to leave. Yeah, I
think he was getting senile. Guy was getting old, losing his mind.
Losing his mind, bro.
Yeah. I mean, going forward, what Liverpool shows is like they're not even where they were last season. They're still able to keep.
They haven't gotten out of first gear,
and they're still not even. They still have a perfect record. It's going to.
And that's one thing Liverpool learned last year is how to win ugly. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And ever since they perfected that, that's why they're so dangerous. Yeah. And that's why, like, I might have to revise my list because I think they might still just get second, bro.
Yeah, bro. Though they really.
Cause they just like he said, they haven't been good this year.
Mm-hmm. They haven't.
Not
but
good.
They be winning.
That's not say they haven't been
They
good.
haven't kicked it into first gear.
But they haven't been good, bro. Adrian, that nigga is on drugs.
Nah, he's bad. Nah, he's pretty bad.
But that goal he gave up to Villa, like, what was that?
What's his name? Brazilian keeper. How can I remember his name? Not Ederson. What the hell? Alisson. How long is he out for?
I hope for a while.
He said, I
hope for a while, bro. If we catch that nigga, bro, if we catch that nigga Adrian, bro, I swear to God.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for.
I swear to God.
Oh my God.
If we catch that nigga, hey, if you're a Liverpool fan, hear me and hear me good. If we catch that nigga Adrian, bro,
if I catch you,
it's gonna be
if I hear pen.
Oh God.
So I think Liverpool's scary. You guys were able, that 2-2 draw was the biggest highway robbery of all time.
Oh, we stole that. I like, bro. I was on record. Like, I texted Chooks and Manuel, and I was like, that was bullshit. And Chooks was like, you just won. You just tied. I was like, that was bullshit. I was like, if that's what VAR is, I want no parts. I want no parts.
That was exactly why
he wasn't even looking at.
He didn't even know where the ball was.
He was just going up for a header. Like, arm was in a normal position when you're going up for a fucking header. It grazed his arm. Oh, no goal. What?
That's why I brought it up, because a perfect transition probably gonna end it into VAR. I've been speaking on VAR. I've never won the DPL since last season, and I haven't been a fan of it since World Cup. But World Cup is like, I think I did like, there's really no stakes into World Cup. Yeah. It's really just a nationality. It's really for bragging rights. Yeah. EPL's Champions League is different.
I said for some countries.
Yeah.
There's only like 3 countries that win that shit regularly.
But like Champions League is like, now you're like in a different sort of, wanting to win it. Yeah. And even then I was seeing like questionable calls. I'm like, really? Like, this is what VAR is gonna be? And I think EPL, like your Nation Cup, is the number one, like, one you really want to, well, not really want to win. Everybody wants to win Champions League, but like that's the one where you have most pride in. You have the most pride in winning EPL, for being honest.
Really? I'd say Champions League because it's like best in Europe, like literally best in your region.
I mean, I would just say like there are more rivalries. There's more personal connection to your EPL games. Okay. I guess because you never know who you're gonna play each year in Champions League. It could be a different team. I can see that. So already seeing it there, I'm like, I do not want this EPL. I do not want Chelsea, who needs like 3 points to get hold that way by like a VAR goal. And I was very iffy on that. I'm pretty sure we brought it up on your episode that my biggest issue isn't VAR is that VAR is not where it should be for it to be implemented into like these big time games. Yeah. This week already, there's already 4 questionable calls on VAR, and 2 happened in one game.
Questionable.
That I don't think the Rashford one was a penalty. That Martial one, there's no way around it.
There's no way. He literally, bro, he yanked this nigga.
There's no way around it. Actually, there was 5 because even the Salah one still is. I'm still iffy on that one. The Martial was a clear foul. They're saying because he hit it, that's why they didn't call it. And also,
no, bro. What really bothers me is, and this is Premier League all the time, bro. When there's like a basic rule, Premier League looks at it and they're like, "Nah, we understand soccer in a deeper level. So let's complicate it. It's his body positioning, or it's whatever part of your body you can score with. If it's more advanced than the last defender, then it's offside. So you can lean your arm out, but it." And I knew it, bro. I just knew it. I knew when VAR came, it wouldn't be the same. Like. World Cup, okay, some teams got hold. The African teams got hold.
But
that's normal. They hate Africans regardless. Like, it don't matter. Like, VAR was not saving us. It wasn't meant for us, all right? VAR is not for Africans. I keep thinking back. I keep thinking back to that Moroccan nigga that was like, VAR is bullshit.
I remember that.
So, VAR in the World Cup was not bad. VAR in the Champions League, honestly, it wasn't bad. Like a lot of
there was some questionable.
There were some, but like
some of them are great.
Overall, I think VAR helped.
Yes, but I knew when it came to Premier League, I knew that these drunk Mike Dean ass niggas will fuck this shit up. I knew it.
I knew it was 50.
I was so sure of it, bro.
I think Champions League was 50-50.
But with the the fact that the commenters were saying like the new implementation in Premier League specifically for VAR is if the VAR guy tells you is wrong, but they're like, we don't completely disagree with your interpretation, they let it stand. What the fuck is the point of a review?
First of all,
that's what I'm about to say.
So if the ref sees it from a bad point of view, because you don't completely disagree, we're just going.
I think why can't they? Why is there like no video monitor for them to see? Because what doesn't make sense is if the ref says is this way, basically VAR is gonna overrule anything. He has the opportunity to overrule anything he says. And
that's not the case.
But he doesn't.
That's not the case.
I'm saying the ref doesn't even have the final say on his own decision, basically.
But not in PL. In PL, he does.
In PL, that's what I was gonna say earlier, like before you even brought, because I was like, like VR really is all up to the refs, like.
That's how PL is choosing to.
It's really like really down. It's up to the referee. Like VR is really just a suggestion in PL. It's like, hey, like
but it's dumb.
Yeah.
Sometimes
these niggas have egos, bro. Like refs don't want to be wrong. They don't want to go back and change the call.
The ref for that United game was piss poor.
Yeah,
like, he was just bad.
God.
Like even without the VAR, a lot of his calls were just very questionable.
Nah, I said y'all got hoed. So, I genuinely think y'all got hoed. But you know the best.
It's just like if you can look at that review and they tell you, hey man, it was a penalty, and you're like, well in he's like, well in my eyes it looked like he might have fell over a little bit, and they're like, we don't completely disagree with you because he did fall over. We're just saying the nigga pushed him. That's why he fell over.
Like,
but it's up to you, bro. And he's like, I'm not changing my mind, bro. It's like, but we're telling you though, like it's a penalty. It's like, all right. Thanks, but no thanks. What the fuck is the point?
Yeah. So
the Harry Kane, bro, that was a penalty, bro.
Yeah, it was.
Like, I don't care if you're falling over. This is a rule in soccer. Your lack of balance does not affect me.
I would say
contact is made.
I didn't mean Jamal Lascelles stumbled and fell and knocked his face on the grass and didn't affect the ball. Cool. But the nigga fell and grabbed at my guy's ankles and grabbed his shorts and pulled him down.
What
and
doesn't make sense
is, but he lost his balance.
What doesn't make sense is if he fell face, he went top first. If he went bottom first, it's a penalty. So what's the difference?
What exactly?
If his legs were the ones that hit Harry Kane, what would be the difference?
But my thing is just like, it doesn't matter why you went down. Part of like soccer is having balance.
Exactly.
If you lack balance, that's on you. You can't impede somebody from. But so what you're telling me now is like, if I'm a defender and I'm the last man and I know this guy's about to beat me, I can just strip myself and just say, hey. What's that Kevin Hart stand up where he's like, hey. And you know how good soccer players are at acting, bro.
Yeah.
The best actors in the world. Mm-hmm. So now there will be defenders diving now. That's basically the new thing.
No,
reverse dive. Yeah. Niggas gonna be like, oh. Like, come on, bro. It's stupid.
VAR definitely needs a big overhaul in DPL.
They need to change the fact that the ref has the final say. If it goes to VAR, they should have the final say.
Yeah.
Because they have the better view.
Or if the ref is that's literally what should be. If the ref can't decide, if it's just like, like I don't know what happened here, I didn't see it, or like, it's still questionable. If you go to VAR must happen.
Or let him have a monitor.
We can see it. We know what happened.
Or let him have a monitor to where he can be like, okay, so this is what really happened. Because if he's wrong, he won't know because all you remember is what he saw.
Now he's gonna have to run to the sideline and check him out. That's too long.
But that's why I just think take it all out.
Just tell the nigga what the truth is, bro.
Just take it out in general. Like, what the hell? I don't even like it.
Yeah, you can take it out.
The only reason I like VAR is offsides. I think nobody can take that.
And that handball for City was hard, bro. Bro, that was my team. And my heart had already sunk. Like, we've lost. Yeah. I already experienced the emotion. I don't care. Yeah. I don't care that it got pulled. We got one more point. I don't care, bro. Like, it's happened. It's happened, bro. Yeah. And that was not an intentional handball.
But they changed the rule on that period, though, to where, like, if it touches your hand, it's
But it's like, it wasn't even in an unnatural position.
Yeah, I feel like that's, like, I don't agree with that.
Yeah,
like, if you're jumping for, like, bro, if you're jumping for the ball and you're jumping like this, and then it grazes your hand.
Who jumps like this, bro?
I think.
Bro.
So basically, the new thing is niggas gonna have to start jumping like this to hit the ball.
So like they can't get.
So they'll just die when they come back down.
They use their hands to jump.
Yeah,
because they were trying to combat the whole, like, your own discretion, but to a certain extent, like, you can't. You need to also, like, people can be responsible to like make their own decision as to like that was intentional. That definitely wasn't intentional. Yeah. Especially if you have VAR.
It's obvious.
Like
it's very like people were talking about that Kimpembe handball against United
that when
they beat PSG. Stupid. Like the thing with that is like I understood the explanation.
Yeah.
They were like, yet it was an unintentional handball, but he reached his hand out to an unnatural position, and he tried to bring it back.
That's literally the only time, like, bro. That's literally the only time unintentional matters.
Yes.
Like if it's unintentional, okay. What next do we look at? Okay, was the arm in a natural position?
Like Sissoko in the final.
Unnatural position. Like, bro, if it's unintentional, if you're trying to block a cross, but then you put your hand up, like, that's unnatural.
It's completely unnatural.
Handball. Even though you didn't mean it, you didn't mean for the teacher. That's a handball.
It's the same thing with Sissoko in the Champions League final. Had his arm out. I don't know what he was trying to do. I think he was pointing at something, and Salah being smart just kicked it against his hand. That's a handball because it's unnatural. Yeah. Can't be pointing in his hand. Bro, I fucking
yeah, dude, Nigeria is.
Bro, he's been in France too long, bro. The African got out of him. Why are you pointing with your hand on a football field?
Right, yeah.
So that's my thing. Is just like the rules are fine. Yeah. The implementation is just getting worse and worse. Yeah. And like I hate that they're making it subjective. Football's not a subjective sport. Did it happen or did it not happen?
Yeah, bro. Like give the refs the same across the board.
Yes.
Don't leave it up to.
If it's up to judgment, niggas like Mike Dean will keep doing the shit that they do, bro. This guy has to be stopped. That nigga has to be stopped, bro.
He needs to be arrested.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Oh my, is there anything else with soccer?
Like we got of course you do. Bro, Mike Dean was like, sorry, Alex's like butler for like 10 years, bro. The nigga would leave the same house and go ref the game. All right, see you later, bro. Like, Frankie time.
he was out for Pennyworth.
But I feel like Arsene Wenger is gonna have that nigga Mike Dean killed eventually.
Oh my
Mike God. Dean was responsible for Wenger's like worst losses, bro.
I think that's why Wenger lost his mind.
That nigga Wenger was like, Mike again.
I'm so dead,
sick of this nigga, bro.
Fuck.
Now let's talk about the duos real quick, bro. And then we can wrap up. Let's talk about the duos. I want to hear Malik defend why he thinks Kristaps, who hasn't played a single ounce of basketball in over a year, is a better duo than Joel friggin' Embiid, bro.
Joel Embiid and who though?
Ben Simmons.
Ben Simmons is buns.
But it's like I asked Ade, and Ade, at first he was disrespectful, but he came to his senses. Who's better between Ben Simmons and Jamal Murray? Be honest. You shouldn't even think.
Oh, you asking me to take? I'm taking Jamal.
Oh my God.
Jamal, dog.
Oh my God, bro. Do y'all understand that Jamal Murray is just a shorter version of Donovan Mitchell?
Bro, look, bro.
Like there's literally but he's a volume shooter. He gains confidence by missing. I hate niggas who gain confidence. That's that J.R. Smith gene, bro. The more they miss, the next one going in. No.
The issue with Ben Simmons is the issue that we've been saying for forever.
But
the issue is it's not just like it's like one. It's a very big deal when you can only score in the paint and you also have a top 2, top 3 center in the paint at all times.
Literally.
Who also struggles at shooting threes.
Top 2 center.
Hey, some people think he's number 1.
I think he's number 1.
I mean,
I'll take Joker.
Might be. Yeah.
I'll take Joker because
Jokic
the best
ability is availability.
Okay, exactly.
But Jokic can't even go a full game with tired ass. The guy is husky,
he played
bro.
4 quarters against the Blazers.
He played overtime too, and he was walking.
I mean, it's tough.
Nigga look like them niggas at the rec.
Niggas make it seem like it's just like in a playoff minutes, bro. NBA minutes.
My thing is like
doesn't play games.
My thing is like Joel Embiid. He's high maintenance. Like you have to load manage him for sure. Mm-hmm. But so do you have to deal with Kawhi. You have to deal with LeBron. Like that's the new thing. Like you have to manage your superstars.
But Kawhi played every single game in the playoffs. LeBron's always gonna play every single game in the playoffs. That's the difference.
But Joel Embiid, he played every game in the playoffs. Even when he was sick, he played. Oh, no, he missed that game 2 against Toronto. Mm-hmm. And they should have won that Toronto. And that's my thing is like...
So maybe if they win that game... Maybe
his impact on the team. Bro, literally when this guy is out or when he's hurt or when he's sick, they can't win. They can't beat anybody. They should have beat Toronto.
Wait, so you still think that the duo you would pick is
Kristaps and Doncic.
You haven't seen them play together yet, though.
I don't care.
And once again, the best
White
ability.
power!
And once again, the best ability is availability. This thing hasn't played in almost 2 seasons.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
And he quit on the last team he played on, might I add.
That's fine.
That's fine, but you're going up against
and my thing
duos,
is,
a duo that just went second.
They're very
in the West.
one-dimensional.
God, who's one-dimensional?
Doncic and Kristaps, they're both perimeter players.
I'm
They
not
are.
going.
They're both
I'm not going to lie, bro.
perimeter
Kristaps is a complete player.
He's a perimeter player.
Defense, he's a
No, I'm
great
saying
defender.
offensively, he's a perimeter player. How does he
I mean,
score?
just because he's skinny, though.
Yes, he's not banging in the paint.
I mean, but like
My guy, Embiid, 300 of them things, bro. 300.
But difference is Embiid can't
Easily.
Embiid can't stretch the floor like him, though.
Yes, he can. He hit
He
threes.
hit threes,
He
but
shoots
not
like
at-
28% from 3-point
Yeah,
range.
not like
That's
not
good
like-
for a big man.
But
Because guess what? You gotta be honest.
That's good for a big
You gotta be
man.
honest, right?
Bro, if you want to shoot,
What you gonna do? You're not gonna do him like Westbrook.
I will say even though he's not a great 3-point shooter, you still have to come defend.
Yeah,
him out
you
there.
have to.
You have to.
Because he will shoot it.
But that's
And he'll hit one.
But that's the problem with Ben Simmons is
He won't shoot it.
He won't.
But
shoot
the thing is, the reason why I might say Jamal Murray and Joker are a better duo is because I don't think that Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid work well together.
they don't.
Because their
Why
games
not?
don't
Why
complement
not?
each
Why
other.
not? And whose fault is that really?
The coach.
No, it's not. Bro, you need to hold this man accountable.
Bro,
hold him accountable.
Come on, man.
Bro,
Like, what are we
I
doing
can't.
here,
Bro,
mate?
remember it's the same thing I was telling you about Emery. If you perfect something and you get beat at that thing, all good. The man has said, "I'm not a shooter." But guess what? But guess what?
But how do you succeed in a game that's about shooting?
The same way that fucking Giannis succeeds, bro. You spread the floor with other shooters. It's been LeBron's recipe since he got in the league.
But what?
Get
okay,
me some shooters
but-
around me, and I will punish motherfuckers.
that's cool, but
because nobody can stay in front of me 1-on-1.
But
Okay.
I mean, didn't he have shooters though? He had JJ Redick. He had.
But he
Covington.
has
Those are
Embiid
three
clogging the paint, and that's why I say they don't work
Ephraim,
well.
Ephraim.
But when
I
he's
see,
with
I
that
see,
second
I see,
unit,
I see,
bro,
I see.
you saw that game when after Jared Dudley pissed him off, and he went up there and it was like, "Hey, Embiid, take this game off," and it was just him, and he murdered Brooklyn.
But Ephraim
murdered them.
What's the difference between Ben Simmons and Giannis? Giannis is actually
The difference is a coach.
Giannis is working on his 3.
Doesn't matter, bro.
What do you mean doesn't matter?
You know what? I have a hot take. Giannis adding a 3-point shot to his game isn't gonna change anything for him. Nobody's going to be like, they're not gonna ask you to be honest, bro. You know what his real issue is? He doesn't have a back to the basket game because you're 6'11".
Yeah.
You should be able to just shoot over niggas. That's what KD does. That's what LeBron does.
Yeah.
That's what Carmelo does. That's the surest way to get points.
Yeah.
He has no back to the basket game. If you work on a 3, that's only catch and shoot out. But
Well,
you have the ball in your hands. You can't pull up. He's not gonna be pulling
what
up.
That means is people have to come, like what Joel Embiid does. He gets a pump fake.
You know what Ben Simmons has? A back to the basket game.
Not a pump fake.
He has a back to the basket game.
Niggas laugh when Ben Simmons tries to pump fake. We're like, oh wait, was that
Ben Simmons is a Ben Simmons. But the thing is, Ben Simmons is he's low key a true he's a true hooper, bro. Like when you watch him play, he understands like IQ
Yes,
is
that's
through the
what
roof.
IQ. I can say that.
Through
Yeah.
the roof,
But-
handles through the roof, fast as hell. Can finish around the paint. He just doesn't want to shoot.
The paint.
He doesn't want to shoot,
Why
bro.
do you not want to?
That's not his game.
He can only score in the paint. But now
I wish they would trade that
so,
man,
so,
bro.
So would you get rid of Embiid because of him?
No, you get rid of him because Embiid is a better player. Embiid is a better player.
So you've proved my point as to why I would take Jamal Murray and Joker.
You know what I would do right now if I was Philly?
What?
This is gonna sound crazy
What
as
would
fuck.
you do?
I would trade Ben Simmons to the Oklahoma City Thunder and get Chris Paul.
All right, I think we can end the podcast right there because that's.
Do you know how perfect Chris Paul and Embiid would
That's
work?
the worst take because that would be the.
No, they would get a lot more back than just Chris Paul. They would get draft picks.
I would rather get SGA
Huh?
over than Chris Paul.
See, this is the thing. Y'all
Yo,
get swept up in
Alexander?
fucking potential, bro. People don't
Shay-
understand. This is a win now
Yo,
league, bro.
That's what I said.
I'd rather get him than Chris Paul.
You know when Shea gets off age, Embiid will be old. You can't go off of potential, bro. You win now, bro. If you get Chris Paul for 2 years,
So you'd rather take that Chris Paul contract?
yeah, you take Chris Paul for 2 years,
You rather take
and
the
you
Chris
take
Paul
a bunch of first round draft picks, bro. Oklahoma City has 15 first round draft picks for the next 3 years.
So once again,
15 first round draft picks alone.
so you think Chris Paul would be the
They'll be
way they win?
shelving them out like this. Oh, you want to give us Ben Simmons? Take 5. Go to the market. Draw 4. The fuck? Bro, They will let them things go, bro. And you get Chris Paul for 2 years. That's a win now recipe. Got Josh Richardson. You got what's that guy that they gave too much money? J. Cole. Yes, you got J. Cole. You got Al Horford, 2 leaders, Al Horford and Chris Paul on the same team. I think it'd be a good fit.
People don't really like to follow Chris Paul though, because he could be annoying.
But he would be going to the right team because you got a team where these who on Philly is gonna be a problem? Nobody. In Houston, you got James Harden is a diva. Everybody knows that.
I still don't agree because they probably that's a lot of money that you have to get Chris Paul.
They have the cap space. I mean, they just re-signed. You'd be moving Ben Simmons' contract. He just got the max. It's the same shit.
He got 34. Chris Paul's getting paid like 42, 44 these next 2 years.
They have the cap room for it. They were gonna re-sign. Jimmy Butler.
I'd rather stay with Ben Simmons' potential than get Chris Paul.
No, but it's not about Ben Simmons' potential. It's about fit. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Like you have to play them in 2 different units. So then you get Chris Paul, and Embiid is gonna automatically become better because Chris Paul makes all bigs better.
You can get a better trade than Chris Paul.
No, you can't. Nobody else is giving up anything.
You can get a better trade than Chris Paul.
Who?
I don't know. I can't tell you right now.
No, because they need a point guard. So who? Is Dame gonna leave Portland? No.
Especially they just paid him.
Russ definitely ain't leaving. He just got there. You don't even want Russ because he can't shoot either. You gonna get Steph? No. Golden State is gonna die by him.
You get John Wall.
Wow.
Okay. On that note, sure we end the podcast. It was fun. Give them all your socials. What are your socials?
Shit, y'all can catch me at
Catch Me Outside. How about that?
I'm weak. At Call Me Alaji on Twitter or at
you gotta spell that
_ sorry on IG. I guess Call Me Alaji CALLMEALHAJI. Call Me Alaji. And Malik Busari MALIK _ BUSARI on Instagram. So follow the boy. I follow back. Kinda.
You say kinda. What about you, man?
I think my Twitter and my Instagram are the same thing. But follow me at Uzo UZEAUX. Yeah, that's all my socials. Really.
Okay. Well, follow Melvin. I think he's Uncle. So it's UNCOMELO. Oh, by the way,
and direct all hate to Melvin because this man said Tammy is the top 3
everybody
striker.
Who follow our social media
20 plus goals
on Instagram and Twitter meant a lot. It's not that many people, but those people I see those because I'm like, you're really supporting.
Did you even follow back?
I don't remember.
Hey, you know what I got a random PSA, bro. People who if your friends follow your business page, bro, follow back. Don't try to use me to build your following count. Nigga, that's what the commercial part is. Niggas is trying to maintain a ratio, make it seem like business is booming. Hey, I'm supporting you, guy. Don't fuck my shit up because you want to look good. Go out there and recruit some bots, nigga. The fuck. I hate that. Weak.
I'll definitely look into that. But
I'll
look into.
Nigga, follow me back. Don't look into it.
I will look into who haven't followed back.
No, but I don't really have a problem with it. Cause
I be trying to support,
I follow 2 of my good friends. They have businesses, right?
And they don't follow back.
They only follow themselves. It's not it's it's literally just one follower and it's them. And then everybody else is just
But think about it. That adds up though. If you have 5 friends with 5 businesses, that's 5 people that not following you. And I don't care about ratio. I don't care about ratio, but it's damn, don't have me out here looking lame, bro.
You're not lame.
You're supporting your friends.
Yeah, support me back, nigga. I'm running a business. I am a business.
You make it seem like I'm gonna be liking your tweet.
I'm an influencer.
You said influencer. I'm dead.
Follow me at IG, Twitter, adedioba, ADETHEOBA. Follow the podcast if you're not the Cream Podcast. Thank you guys for coming. Adedina, Melvin, signing out. Peace.